Evidently, I've been requested. So, hopefully it'll be working better this way.
I think she's back.
Okay. Does it work? Like,
Yay!
okay. Now, what was weird was I had the gain all the way up. So I don't know why the mic wasn't picking up at all. But
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
that is so weird.
Has that happened before?
No, actually, I was testing out doing live on my computer. That's why I
Okay.
had this different setup. So,
Oh,
so I don't know. It literally, I'm like looking at all the specs and like my
yeah.
microphone was literally all the way up. So what's going
Wow.
on?
I'm glad you figured it out. Give it up for Jennifer.
What's going
Hold
on,
on.
my dear?
Good, good. I'm here, still here on TikTok. We gotta just see what happens on April 5th. But I've been testing out Bigo, and I like it over there. So I've been going live over there as well as here.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I
Yeah.
think it's just going to stay. It's going to stay the same. I don't really think that they're going to drop it. Like too many people make their income off of TikTok to for them to even consider dropping it. To be quite frank.
That's true. That is very true. A lot of people would be very upset
Well, that's a lot of Americans that are making their extra income to pay rent and bills on. I mean,
to
let's
survive, right?
yeah, exactly. Let's be honest about it.
Especially in New York. It's no joke.
Yeah, hi Brightly, how you doing? Hi folks. Yeah, I'm sorry for confusing everybody from playing my game. Like literally, I was just practicing, like working on a different system. So please don't freak out. I am still a music TikToker. You're like sometimes you just have to try something new to see how things work. So,
Right.
thank you for the gift. So, hold on. What was I doing? Oh yes. I'm like I have like automatic effects, but I need to shut down what I'm currently doing for that to make sense. Oh my goodness, I appreciate all of you. So what's going on? Like I was surprised like getting your invite. I'm like, yo, I didn't even know you were on live right now. I was just so focused on what I was doing.
Oh, I hope I didn't interrupt
No,
you.
not at all. Because I would have not accepted your invite if I was like in the middle of something.
Busy.
All right,
Okay.
Bradley, I'll check you. I'll check in a bit. Yeah, so I was just kind of surprised. I'm like, wait, okay, let me see what's going on.
I'm glad you're on later because I know usually you say you do earlier live streams and
Yeah, I
after a
do.
certain time you're done. So I was
Yeah,
glad to see you, which was great.
yeah. So for those that are not aware, I know her in person. We used to karaoke together in New York. So
Back in the days,
yes, and now I live in Florida, and
she left us.
yeah, and I got married. So I, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
congratulations.
I appreciate that. So yes, that is why the discrepancy. But no so I know you do your live in the evenings. For those that don't know me, my name is Jennifer. I do a daytime live between 4 to 6 p.m. on Eastern. I play music of all different genres, of all different like decades, types, as long as it fits the groove. That we dance, we sing, we have fun. And yeah, so it's less of a karaoke thing for me, and it's more like a have fun dance party kind of thing, and I will
Same
sing on
here.
occasion.
Yes, I agree 100%.
So yes, so we have like two different styles of doing stuff. She has a whole setup, karaoke setup. I have no karaoke setup in my home.
Really? Well, you said you had some sound effects. Where are they coming from?
I'm using Tickfinity, which connects to your TikTok account. So what
Yes.
ends up happening is if somebody says gives me a rose or something, what happens is a sound effect will go off. And hold on, let me see if I can play it, or is it? Hold on, let me see. Like if somebody sends me a gift. like that
Nice.
wow effect would go off. And
Yes.
what's fun is that during my live set, basically people can basically respond and be a part of my set by influencing my set by, you know, like either liking, no, excuse me, by gifting, sharing, following, or subscribing to me. If they do any of those, the sound effect will go off. So it's like they're actually participating with me in my set. So it's a kind of community effort.
Yeah, I use it too. It's awesome. I love Tickfinity. I don't have all of that set up. I think I just have it set up for a couple of gifts, mostly for the comments because I'm
Yeah,
usually like doing something and I'm looking away from the screen. So
I understand.
I don't want to miss the comments. So that's like the primary reason why I have it because then it lets me, hear what's going on in the chat.
Well, I only have that available for my team members. So anybody who is in my team, because like my team is important to me, so I give my team priority. So if my team members and if they want to have their comment read, you know, I just recently started a Discord channel just for my team members, and basically gave them instruction like if you are part of the team, you just do slash and then your comment, and it'll be read, like automatically read on live. So it's like I don't have to think about it. But the thing is, I know some people don't necessarily want to have everything they write up, you know, go off. So it just makes more sense to like give them the option. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to join your team.
yo, you're always welcome. You are always welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
So how's because I know that you've had a lot of people come through for you on your lives on like on a daily, because there have been times I flip through quickly because like I have other things I have to take care of. I'm just like going through and I'm just like, oh wow, you got a lot of people. You've gotten a lot of followers. Very good. I'm
Yes,
happy for
thank
you.
you. Yeah, it's consistency is the key, just being determined and sticking with it and setting up a little schedule where I know these are the days I'm not flying, so these are the days I'm going to go live. So I
Yeah.
try to stick to that and do that so people know when they'll find me here singing and they'll be able to, look forward to that. So I think that made a big difference and that's what helped me build the numbers up as well.
Yeah, for me, it's I generally release a schedule every Sunday night
Okay.
on which days I'm going to be on live, but it's always consistent between 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. That's
So
always your time?
see,
Ooh, what did you get? What'd you get?
so the yay is when somebody shares my live. So
Nice.
somebody just shared my live. Thank you, I appreciate it. So um. That's why I'm like, oh, so now it's kind of different
I
when you have
love it.
music playing in the background because it's not as loud. But when you don't have music playing in the background, it's like, oh, what the what just happened?
Where did that come from?
It's like, what's going on? But
But
no,
it's a pleasant surprise, right?
it
Because you're
is,
getting,
it is. That's why I have like
yeah.
a joyous sounds, you know.
Yes, yes, I love that.
No,
Yeah, I
for
have to
me,
do. Oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry.
No, because but yeah, everybody knows at least on my live, at least Monday through Friday, it's 4 to 6 p.m. and for Saturdays it's 11 to 1. It's always consistent those times. It's just for the days they change because it's based off of when my husband is off, and
Okay.
Sundays are I is like lockdown. I do not go live because that's family day, you
Good to
know.
know.
It's
Good to
just one of
know.
those things like I have to take time for my family and that, I have to prioritize them, and and then everybody knows on Sunday I will release my schedule. So, and it's always pinned to the top of my profile, so anytime anybody wants to see, oh, when's she going to be live, what day. But I also try
I
to
like that.
release a TikTok an hour before I go live and about 5 minutes before I go live, so basically the feed will go on to other people's TikToks, and basically if they see it, they know, oh, she's live now.
So,
So
what are you releasing? A post that you post on your page?
yeah. So
Okay. Okay.
so what it does is it kicks in like the algorithm to let my people, those that follow me, which are within my fan base, let them know that yes, I am here. I am about to. I'm going to be going live in like whatever it is, like an hour or whatnot, and because I'll tell them like just a reminder, I'm going to be on for like between 3 to 4, and then 5 minutes beforehand, it also kind of gets into the space of pushing my post to let people know, hey, I'm live. So
So what time do you post it? How
as
much
I
earlier?
post because I'm going to be going on at 4, so I post the first one at 3, and I make the
Oh,
second post at basically 5 minutes to 4.
wow.
So,
So you do two?
yeah, because
Wow.
it just keeps it just it, and I notice that it helps, because sometimes people forget or people kind of get, especially the times I do it, because most people are on the East Coast are getting ready to get
Middle of
out
the
of work,
day. Yeah.
or it's like midday just after lunch if they're Pacific time. So it's like, okay, they have their own thing going on and I get it, but it's just a way of, hey, I'm here. It's funny. People tell me like, oh yeah, I have you on while I'm at work. It's-
You're gonna get people in trouble, girl.
oh no, 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 no. We try to keep it as clean as possible.
No, I mean like if they're looking away from their job or their assignment and they're
Oh,
like
oh,
peeping at
like
their phone.
yeah, my people are good though. My folks are good. I have some people that listen to me on the way home from work. Like I was
Nice.
talking to somebody
You're like a
today.
radio play, right?
Exactly, exactly. So I was talking to
Nice.
somebody about it today. I said the amount of places that my voice has been to just because people had me in their
Girl.
pocket on their phone.
Yes.
Like one person took me to their grocery store today, and they were hearing
Wow.
the set that was playing, and all of a sudden, something like the cashier was like, "What?"
Oh, she heard it too. I was gonna say it would have been nice if they put you on speaker so others. So that's wonderful. I
And
love that.
in the middle
That's
of the set,
exposure, girl.
because I had fumbled my words, I said out loud, "I swear to you, I am not drunk." Which I wasn't. I had not had anything to drink, but literally they heard that, and just like they were laughing. It's hilarious. Like you don't know when it's who's going to hear you, and I'm
That's
like I
right.
try to keep it as clean as possible.
Yes.
Although I'm a New Yorker, so there's no guarantee I won't be cussing like a sailor.
Hey. Wow. I think I'm gonna try that and see. I don't know if I could do two posts. I'm not good at posting. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
No,
I like just.
what you do is this is what I do. I will actually write up the post long beforehand and put in my drafts, and then
Oh, so you have
and
it
then
ready.
yeah, so they're already done. And so when
Okay.
I know it's an hour before, I'll just launch that one and launch the one for that hour before and the one like 5 minutes before. So they're already pre-done. I just have
Okay.
to like put, because the thing is with my set, it's a little different than yours in the sense that like I will build my music set the day before or 2 days before
Wow.
and I know how much music I need because I've
Okay.
done this a while already to know how many songs I need in a set. So
Okay.
everything is already pre-packaged before I launch that day.
So when you mean you know how many songs you need, that's according to the time you're going to be on?
Correct.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
like for instance, a 2 hour set is generally what I do. I know I'm going to need either 33 or 34 songs.
What?
If the song length is approximately going to be, say, anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes each. So so
Whoa.
people think I'm a DJ, to be quite frank. And I was like, I've had to explain to people, no, I am not a DJ. It's
Right.
just like, because I
You're a
literally,
singer.
well, yeah, I flip one song to another. Sometimes, and the way I set the songs up is I don't try to make all singing songs. I try to give myself some vocal rest in between. So
How do
I'll
you
have
do that?
I'll throw in like a rap song, whatever have you, as like so people can enjoy themselves and have a good time. And sometimes I'll just like I won't even sing a full song. I'll just like sing backup or whatever have you because we're all about like having a good time, you know. And yes, I will sing a song fully on occasion, but it's just the point of I'm doing this for the joy of it and
Yes.
like giving people a space where they could have fun without any judgment.
Amen.
Like
That's what it's
so,
about.
yeah, so that's how I run my, like, what the premise of my TikTok live account is. I tell everybody, literally, you are participating in my therapy session. This is my therapy, and you're a
Yes.
part of it. So I hope you enjoy.
Yes, definitely. That is so true. This is something we do when we want to get away from work or we want to free our mind or just sit back, have a good time and not think about anything too stressful. There's so much craziness going on in the world. We just want to relax and enjoy life, and singing is your passion as well as mine. So that's how we, get through the difficult times, get through all of the kind of tune out the craziness that's happening and just come here and be ourselves and be at peace and relax.
Janet, I used to go to karaoke every night of the week except for
I
Sundays.
remember. I remember,
Every
girl.
night of the week.
If I wasn't flying, I would have been with you to same days.
Oh my God. I like, yeah. There are times I miss it, but then they're like, now with COVID and it's running rampant. Last time I went to a karaoke bar, I actually caught COVID and I was out for 2 weeks.
What?
That's why I'm like, one of the reasons why I do this at home now is because literally I got sick and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want to deal with the fact that it starts at 10 o'clock, which means an hour. I have an hour drive home, after
Wow.
possibly singing one song. It doesn't equate anymore, So
It's an
it's
hour drive out where you are to get to the nearest karaoke?
to get to a decent karaoke, not nearest
Oh,
decent karaoke.
okay.
You know how we
Yes,
do
we don't sing just anywhere.
exactly. Like, yo, no, we don't do bootleg. We never do bootleg.
Facts. That's facts.
Yeah, it takes, so I was like, I would have to wait when I got there to maybe an hour and a half to sing one song. I'm like, you know
Yeah,
what, this is not worth it at this point, especially since I have an hour to drive home afterward.
that's
And I'm like,
crazy.
I'd rather just, if I could do it at home on my time schedule, and have people have fun and enjoy themselves while they're part of it, fantastic. My best friend, she's a little younger than me, but we're all in that like 40 some odd year old range, right? And she was like, if clubs could have like an earlier party time, they'd have all of Gen X like partying up until like 9 o'clock when we're like, all right, time to go home.
Yes,
And we'd be in bed at
exactly.
10.
That is so true.
People would pay money, like bank, and places would get bank over that. It was so
Yes,
hysterical.
definitely.
But yeah, she's absolutely right, because like we're older now, so it's not like we have the energy to go and party like we were like
Not
teens.
like we used to.
Oh,
Nope.
nope, nope.
Those days are over.
No. So we're trying to so we want to be able to enjoy ourselves, but not have to wake up the next day dead on our feet because we kind of like we have responsibilities. By the way, hi new people. My name is Jennifer. My friend here is Janet. We used to karaoke in New York. We used to sing a lot in New York. She runs a karaoke channel. I run a music TikTok live channel, and we were just jabbering about old times. Yeah, we used to do live band
So,
karaoke. That I miss a lot.
yeah, the good old
Good live band.
days.
Oh my God, good live band karaoke. Good Lord, it's like there's only one place here that does it, and it's like at Universal Studios, and it's just
It's a way out.
I don't want to have to. First of all, you're paying for like for parking, and then you have to walk all the way over there. And it's a pain in the ass to walk all the way over there. It's like I'm getting old. Like this.
Wow. Even though you drive, still you have a lot of walking to do?
Yeah, because the thing is, it's set up. Okay, so if you go to Universal, like the amusement park in Florida, so the parking structure is massive. It's for two of the major theme parks, their theme parks, plus what they call City Walk, which is like their
I
little
heard about that.
restaurants, bars, movie theaters, like places to go afterward, right?
I heard,
So
not to interrupt you, but I heard that's a good place to sing. Like if you just want to do some busking, the city walk has a lot of traffic where you can
Yeah.
just, have a mic out there and a speaker and do your thing as well.
The problem with I'm not too sure City Walk really allows that within that's not commercially there because it's within Universal property. So I think like Disney property when they talking about Disney Springs, everybody that's like playing out there are hired by Disney to do with that.
Man, I hate when
So
they do that.
Universal may have that as well, where if you want to if you want to perform and sing, you have to be, hired by Universal to do that on their property. But
Wow.
and yes, a lot of foot traffic. That is no joke. So
Okay.
what ends up happening is there is a karaoke live band karaoke place there, but to get to City Walk, you have to go to the parking structure and then walk like equivalent of like two avenues. You remember you know avenue blocks versus
Yes.
street blocks? Yes, avenue blocks over
Wow.
to the bar. And it's just a pain in the ass to have to go through all that.
That's ridiculous. If you're driving, you should be able to pull right up
Oh, of
to the
course.
spot, right?
Exactly. And I agree with you 100%, but because it is made to be like a kind of like a dump out place after you've left the park so you could hang out and like, have dinner or watch a movie or whatever have you, it's just they make it so all the parking is in the parking structure for the theme park. So you are stuck in theme park parking and there's nothing you
Wow.
can do about it.
Wow. And
That's
so that band particularly only plays at that venue?
Yeah, it's basically they're not like human karaoke experience or like any of the other bands that we're used to where
Right.
they are go independently to venues. This is their in-house
Oh, they're
band.
signed. Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So you have no choice but to go there or not go at all, basically.
Yeah.
That's oh, I hate
Because there's
that.
no
That's
other
messed up.
I have not found any other live band karaoke spots at all in
Yeah.
in like the Orlando area. So like except for that one spot. I mean, it's
Yeah.
fun. Don't get me
Right.
wrong. You have a great time, but it's
It's too
still like
much time to get there.
yeah, and the thing is their song list is limited, but that's kind of understandable because, they choose the most popular what would be considered the most popular 80s, 90s like music or whatever have you, to perform. But if you want something like a little bit off the wall, like I would do on occasion,
Yeah.
it's harder,
It's
but
not on the list.
it's not on the list. But
See? So
you know,
that alone is like why even make that drive, if you can't
we
get.
were spoiled for choice, you and I.
Yes,
Like
we had it really good.
yeah, we had two live band karaoke places that were like groups that we could go to, and they had a
Yes.
great song list.
And they would take song requests. You'd ask them like, "Can you learn this?" And they'll consider it if it fits within, like you said, the popularity. And
Yeah.
then if enough people ask, it's on the list.
Yes, and
You know?
or if they like they like the songs. Like we never thought anybody would like this, but if you like it, we will learn it.
Yes, like if it had some nice guitar solos and things like that,
Oh
they'd
yeah,
be on it.
I've asked. I remember asking them for a few of those, and they're like, "We didn't know anybody would want it, but if you want it, we will do it."
I know. Oh my gosh, those guys were so sweet.
Oh, it was so crazy back in the day. Yeah,
Wow,
we were spoiled for choice back then. But
definitely.
yeah, but everybody got older and like they've moved on and done and they're doing their own thing, which is
So
fine.
sad. I mean,
You
I'm
know, but
sad though. I wish I could just go and sing with them forever. They were like a
oh,
built-in,
oh
ready to
yeah.
go.
I know I hear you, sister. I hear you. But it is what it
And that's how
is.
I met you. I would have
That's
met
how
you,
like
right?
the tribe, yeah. It's like the tribe of people. Oh my god. It's like the tribe of people. Oh my god. There was like so many of us.
Regulars,
Oh
yes. And
yeah.
we would just go wherever they go, right?
Right. Except I wouldn't go to the one in Brooklyn. That was a little too far for me.
Me too. Yeah, that
So,
was
but
traffic. That was traveling.
Yeah, but if they were doing stuff in the city, and also there was once in Long Island City, and you and I were there, and when they did BB King's, like that was another one.
Yes.
That was a fun
That was
one.
a good spot. Yeah, right in the middle of everything, right?
Yeah, it's like my train is over there. We're it's like make my life easy. Why don't you?
It was
Yes,
perfect. Absolutely perfect.
exactly. It's kind of funny. Like I look at all those photos and those videos back then, and it's crazy. The Hey Miss Honey, how are you? Thank you for the likes. Um, it's just like when we used to do karaoke all those times. I mean, yeah, I had to have been single to do that because I sure as hell wasn't going home early back then. Now
Yeah.
it's just like I'm in bed. I'm
You'd
like,
close the place out, girl.
oh yeah. Oh, how you doing? How you doing, Queen? Thank you, Miss Honey.
I just want
I
to shout out to my people as well. I only have four people over here, but guys, please follow Jennifer. She is amazing, great vocals. What an inspiration. When I met her and heard her sing in
oh
person, I was just so happy, motivated just to do more and get better because she was
oh.
already so good. Yeah, girl. I
Thank
was
you,
just like,
Janet.
I want to be like her. Because remember, I was like, I didn't have, my confidence wasn't as, how do you say, like built up like it is now.
Yeah.
And I was like just admiring how great you were and how
Oh,
comfortable you were on stage. And I was like, that's where I want to be. Those are my goals. You know, so you really made an impression on me,
I
girl. I'm telling
appreciate
you.
that. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, babe. Oh
Yes.
my God.
And if you're ever in New York, please let me know. If I am in Florida, you live in Orlando specifically?
I live close enough to Disney where it's not even an issue. It's like I'm a
Okay.
20-minute drive from Disney.
Okay. A lot of my flights are to Miami, but I will let you know if I have
Mhm.
a Orlando layover. I'll
Yeah,
let you know as soon as I find out, a few days in advance, and then we could then, plan something and do something.
absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
sure. Yes. Bring back the
It's
old times.
oh my God. Oh my God. The old times. Jesus Christ.
I know we sound like
Oh,
grandmas.
we are not that old. We are not that old. I utterly refuse to believe we're that old. No.
Look, I got cat ears. I am not old, okay?
There's like people are still astounded when I tell them that I'm turning 49 this year, and they're like, "What?"
You look good, girl. You look.
Like,
Do you
no.
color your hair? Because I don't see any grays.
Oh, no, no. I have not colored my hair in a while. I am long due, but I definitely have my gray.
Not much, though.
No, no, you can't see it because of the lighting.
Oh, okay.
The lighting is helping. It's like, oh, I am grateful for like small miracles, like
You're
small
funny.
graces. I have no issue. But yeah, people like I've had to explain like, yeah, I'm 49 this year, dude. You know, they're like, wait a second, I thought you were in your early 30s. Like, thank you, but no.
Yes. Exactly.
It's really like twisted when I talk to people. Like I go on other people's lives, especially musicians, and I'm like I talk to them because if I think their music is good, I'll tell them, look, can I find your stuff on the big video platform that we're not supposed to say on TikTok because they don't like us mentioning other social media platforms, but it starts with a Y. Anyway, social media platforms, but it starts with a Y. Anyway, well, I asked them if they have it on there, and we'll talk. And it's just like they'll tell me their age, and there's one specific like I talked to him a lot, and he was like, oh, he told me his age. I said my music career is almost older than you are.
Wow. Who is it? Anybody I know? Because I
No,
follow a lot of musicians. Oh, okay.
no, most likely not. This was a guy in South Korea. So
Okay, okay. I do follow some Chinese artists as well because, you know, I think I told you I sing in Chinese, and
yeah,
some of them have beautiful voices. They're so amazing. So I try to, you know, listen to what popular Chinese songs are out at the time so I can kind of see which ones I can learn or like be familiar with because I have no other way of knowing what's the hottest Chinese songs, you know,
right.
unless I listen to what they're singing and what they're playing, you know?
Right. Sometimes I just like I'll have like some other social media platforms like connected to other foreign music, but also I have my listeners tell me what to look for, and they've been so instrumental in
Really?
introducing me to music from all over the world. Like I have one follower who she calls herself my minion. Her
That's
words,
cute.
not mine.
Wow.
She actually is from the Netherlands, so she suggests a lot of
Nice.
Dutch music to me. Then you
You sing
have
in Dutch?
no, I do not sing in Dutch, but
Oh.
she suggests Dutch music to me, so I play that in my set. Remember, I told you I put other
Oh.
songs in my set to give myself a
Okay.
vocal break.
Okay.
So
Okay. Got you.
like I have that, and then then I have other
Smart.
people that give me give me information about K-pop bands that I'm not aware of.
Nice.
So literally, I
Love
have people
K-pop.
all over the place telling me about stuff I've never known before. It's like, okay, hey, why not?
Exactly.
you know so they've been instrumental in helping me build my channel out, and I'm very grateful to all my people, because like literally, yeah, like it's my channel has evolved so much in the past 2.5 months that I've done this, and it's like it went from like strictly doing karaoke to evolving into this, and I actually, yeah, I get more engagement out of it now than I did when I was
Wonderful.
just strictly doing karaoke, which is like what I wanted. I wanted more engagement.
Yes.
And I do I still like singing on stage? Hell yes. If an opportunity
Yes. Oh,
came
you
where I
were
could
so
actually
good
sing,
at it.
if an opportunity came where I get to sing with people, yes, I do that. But right
Yes.
now, I'm just trying to build the community. So
Good idea. Yeah, and that way you could still stay active, you know, with your singing while
yes,
you're, you know, waiting for an opportunity to do something live in person. So, you know, you're still continuing what you love to do. And that's
yeah.
what I do. Like you know, I like to sing outdoors in the summertime. Like I'll sing in Central Park and stuff
Oh,
like
really?
that. Yes, yes, I take my gear out. I have like a whole set
Oh, nice.
for outdoor singing.
Uh huh.
And actually, I have to show you. It is so cool. I just got this on TikTok, and you might want it too. Let me show you. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, are you gonna make me spend money?
I might.
Oh,
Hold
damn
on.
it.
Hold on.
She's gonna make me spend money, y'all. This is not necessary. I'm gonna go broke. She's a bad influence. Uh oh. What are you gonna show me?
Girl, I gotta share. I gotta share the information. So I just got this. Let me move this so you guys can see.
Let me see.
It's called the G10 audio
Okay.
mixer.
Okay.
And it is next, when I say next level, girl, it's doing things that I didn't even think was possible
Like what?
from a
Talk to me.
mixer. Yes. Okay, hold on. Let me unbox it right in front of you so you can see what it looks like.
You are a bad influence, girl. You're gonna make me spend money I don't have to.
Girl, I don't know where I got the money from, but I found it. I just found it.
Okay, show me.
Okay. So,
Yes.
this is the G10 mixer,
Mm-hmm.
and it powers itself, so you don't have to be at home only to use it. You don't have to have it plugged into an outlet. You know, you
Okay.
charge it up, and it will last for about, I think, 6 to 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and it has right here 16. These white lights are 16 sound effects that
Okay.
are built in.
Okay.
And if there's something specific that you want to add of your own, you can customize
Okay.
sound effects. I was like blown away when I saw that. it has, your mic volume here, your music volume here,
Okay.
and then you can do like it has auto tune. I don't like auto tune. I know the young kids do, but for me, it's not. It's a tool that people use when they can't sing, so I don't use. They try to make themselves sound like T-Pain. I'm like, look, I don't want to sound like T-Pain. So I'm not.
You will not say anything. Oh, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice about it.
But if you like that feature, there is a auto tune button here as
Girl,
well.
you're gonna get me in trouble.
And then there's a ducking feature, which is like so necessary for me. I loved having that feature where you know about ducking? It's
No.
like, it's a great, I mean, girl, it's next level. When you're doing a show, it takes you to the professional level. So if you're like I'll show you on my Rodecaster what
Okay.
ducking is, and so that you can have a good understanding. Okay, hold on. Okay, you hear the music, right? It's not on this, it's on my other mixer, okay?
I can barely hear it, but yeah. Yeah, I can hear it.
It's coming up. You hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where ducking is off. Now I'm going to turn ducking on. And when I'm ready to speak, the music's still playing, but it's not a full power. And then when I stop talking,
Okay, I see what you're
so
talking.
I don't have to press anything. When I'm talking, it lowers it down so people can hear me. And when I stop talking,
Yeah, the only problem with me is
party.
like sometimes it'll just go lower when I'm trying to sing along. It's just like
oh, if you want to sing along. Well, I mean, like that's when you do that vocal rest thing. You know, you
Yeah.
play it, and then if you just want to, every once in a while, just quickly remind people, don't forget to follow me, or don't forget to share the live. It
Right.
brings the music down, and it lets you tell them, and then you can go drink your water, and then the music goes back up to full power. So that's the ducking. And
Okay.
I love that because again, it's like there's no silence, like there's no quiet period. So they wouldn't want to leave because they don't hear anything or nothing's going on. There's always music, but they can still hear me because when
Yeah.
I do talk, the music is lowered to listen. They can still hear me clearly without any interruption. So I
that
think
way.
ducking is an excellent feature, and I have, like anything I get, I have to have ducking on it because I rely on it so much, and it kind of gives you that DJ effect where you'll tell ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, and then the music goes down, and then when you start talking, it comes back up, and everyone's like vibing, and there's no pause, there's no quietness. I love it. It's so cool.
That's cool. That's cool. That's so you use that is so you're playing and using that in the city.
Yes, in Central Park. Yep.
Oh wow.
So that's ducking. And then I wanted to, so it has then the regular reverb with the sliders.
Right.
And then it has pitch. You could change your pitch. Bluetooth connection, so you can connect your music from your phone
Oh,
to
nice.
this mixer, which is
Nice.
Bluetooth. And then denoise, denoise where it takes out the background noise.
Yeah.
If there's like kids in the back and you don't want them to be heard, that's the
Yeah.
denoise effect. And two of my favorite things that is amazing is that, and this is the first of its kind that can do this, you can change the key of the songs. You can lower or raise the key of the songs with the, which button is that? The pitch for the music. So you can change the key. If the song is in a higher key and you want to lower it, you don't have to go and find the version of the song in the lower key on YT. You can do it yourself on the mixer. I was like, what? When I bought it, I didn't even know it could do that. And then when I watched the video and like explaining on how this functions, I was like, it does that too? Like, this is crazy. But the best yet, check this out. You see this little screen here?
Yeah.
Check this out. Yes.
Nice.
you could angle it and put it up at whatever angle depending on how you have your mixer position. So it has a flip up screen, and on the screen you see you could check the level of the reverb, monitor your sound through your
Yeah.
earphones, and you can check the level of the music and the level of the mic. So
Oh,
this is another first of its kind. No one has this flipped up screen.
how much did you spend on that,
Okay,
girl?
they had a flash sale on TikTok. So when I saw that, I was like, I gotta grab it now. I
How
think
much are you gonna
normally,
make? How much are you gonna make me spend?
okay, so this without any mic, because they have two systems, one with a whole setup with the mic
Right.
and couple the mic stand thing and all of that other stuff. That costs more. This is just a basic where it comes with your cords and your remote control. It has a remote control, which is pretty cool as well. This came with on the flash sale price came to $80 before tax or before shipping. Just the system with the remote control and the cords to connect to your phone is $80 for the
You're gonna
simple
make me
system.
spend. You're
But
gonna
if you
make me
want
spend.
like the mic, the pop filter, all of that cool stuff, like if you don't have that stuff already, it has a set that comes with all of that stuff, and that one costs like 100 something, like 115 or something like that.
I think I did see it during the holidays, but I was like, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't. I don't know. But damn it, you're
Girl,
gonna make me
when I saw
spend
the
money that
flip
I
screen,
don't
I was like, I'm getting it. I don't care if I need it, if I don't need it, I am definitely getting it. I think this is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it is. I did see it during the holidays, and I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I have to get presents for the kids. And I can't.
The
It's
kids
like,
can play with this.
like spend money on myself or spend money on the kids. I was like, I have to be an adult. I'm gonna spend money on the
But you
kids.
can get these kids into singing. You could teach them a little harmony, maybe
I'm a,
build a little band. Get the kids on this, and that's two birds with one stone because they could play with it. You could play with it.
my middle one does trombone. My eldest doesn't do any music, and
No,
my youngest is in theater. So basically, it's like,
there it is good.
yeah, she's doing her first show with her high school troupe in about a month. So we're looking forward.
Nice, nice. Tell her I said good luck.
Absolutely, but yeah, as I said, I have to justify. Like the second you told me is like, how much are you gonna make me spend?
So you saw this in December? Because like I just saw this 2 weeks ago,
I
literally.
saw it in December, and yeah, that's when I was like, should I not? I'm like, no, like I didn't even know it was still around, so I'll check out TikTok Shop again and see. But yeah, I was
Yes.
like, I can't. I have Christmas gifts to buy.
Well,
But
Christmas is gone, so now before the next Christmas comes around, I would recommend you to invest in this.
I was actually needing to get a mic system for my lives anyway, so I'll look into it.
Well, what are
Because
you using now? That's my question.
oh, I am just using my phone directly with my speaker. But I need a cleaner audio because
Yeah.
TikTok automatically does background noise reduction if you speak, and so with my music, it'll actually do an automatic ducking, and
Oh,
when like with me singing. So I've noticed that on my replays, and I need to change that. So so I'm thinking it might like I know how to bypass that through a microphone, but I still need a mic to do that. So I've been
okay.
thinking about getting a mic setup for my live. So this might be helpful.
So what mic are you speaking into now?
I'm currently using my phone. I'm using the phone
What?
mic direct. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
I'm using the phone mic directly because it was the most efficient way of doing all of it before. You kind of do what you need to before you get the gear, and then you get the gear after.
Right, of
Like,
course, because you can't afford it. Like, it
well,
took me
not even
forever
just
to
that.
like,
Like, you don't know what you need until you need it, right?
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
literally, okay, I'm not going to put the cart before the horse. I'm just going to do it. And then when I figure out I'm going to need it, then I will get it after. So that's kind of like
Yes.
where my situation is.
And then also everything costs. So now if you see a mic that's outstanding and it does everything you need, it's not going to be cheap. So you
Oh,
might be able to get that with one paycheck, and then the next paycheck, then you'll be able, that's how I got my stuff. You'll be able to invest in a Bose speaker because you know it's going to give you the ultimate sound. But there's no way I can afford all of that in one because I got to pay
right.
rent.
Right.
So, I build as I go along. I
Right.
see what looks good and what will work for me, and then I add it on to my collection of things.
Right. For me, it's just like the only time I ever bought mics was when I was singing like with a band and I needed my own mic because
Yes.
those, if you go to a venue, sometimes the mics weren't good or they were like, they smelled
That's what I was going to say.
like, dude, do you disinfect the damn mic cage? Come on. For the love of God. You know, I could smell that guy drank Jack Daniels just before he sang. Like, come on, people.
She said Jack Daniels.
Like, come on, let's be real about it. So I bought my own mic, and but that was when I was gigging a lot and it made sense. Okay, I'm doing enough shows where I am able to pay for a mic, while I'm doing those shows. So,
Yes.
so that made sense. Like,
Yes.
now that I'm kind of reinvesting myself into this, I'm willing to spend some money. I've gotten my first 2 subscribers on my live,
Yay.
which I'm so grateful for, which means now I have to build that out. And so I've been talking to, thank you. I've been talking to an artist who may be able to do the emote stickers for me, and I'm asking them to render them larger also because I'm going to try to start also adding merch to it to my
Nice.
so basically, that's going to start like being added to like the whole thing. But that means spending a little bit more money.
Yes.
So that's where I'm currently at with that, and I know that I'm going to have to front the money to do it. But the thing is, at the end, it should be able to pay off.
Yes.
So
Exactly. That's the key. The investment that you put in, it should be coming back to you,
right.
so that you're getting that profit as well.
Right, and for at least for the recent future, it's going to be in getting gear needed to expand because it's. I mean, honestly, I appreciate that TikTok has been like doing this. TikTok has been able to pay for at least my Netflix for the month.
Yeah, it's better
That
than nothing, right?
right, and which is great because I don't have to deal with the prerequisites of say YT and
Yeah, they're strict with the cover songs. It's just
it's
ridiculous.
not even just that. You have to have a minimum requirement of hours people have watched your content for.
And how do you control that? Like,
Right, exactly.
you
And
know?
like the thing is like it's such a large platform at this point that it's kind of easy to get lost in the shuffle, and I'm
Yes.
just like I put all my replays over there, but which is helpful because it tells me which ones are copyright striked. So I know never to use those songs if I were to do, say, a cover or myself, for myself.
Yes.
So at least I get information back, but it also means I have to get those songs cut out of my replays.
That's such a
So
pain, right?
it is, but you know what? As long as I'm not getting fined for anything, I'm good.
True.
Because if Warner Brother Music had its way, they would literally like say, "Pay us."
I know. I know.
Oh, but that's another.
But I mean, that's how these celebrity singers became famous. They sang songs from artists that they admired, like Justin Bieber. He started out singing like other people's music. Like that's how we grow as artists. So you can't fine us for singing. Not all of us have the ability to just sit down like Paul McCartney and write a hit. We we grow from other people's hits, and we get better and develop and do our own interpretations and stuff like that from other songs that we are familiar and have grown up with listening to and singing along with.
I
So you
agree.
can't penalize us for singing one of our favorite songs that brought back good memories, and we do it well, and we put it up there for other people to enjoy, and then we're all of a sudden we're getting sent to Arista jail or something. You know what
Well,
I'm
the thing
saying?
is, they don't really necessarily penalize us in. Okay, so the situation is we just cannot get paid
Right. We can't
unless we
sell it.
which is fine. I understand fully because I know how much it would cost. It used to cost me to record my music when I was
Yes.
doing it, and it was
Yes.
not cheap.
No,
So
it's
I
not.
get it. You put in the money, you should get your investment back, 100%. Especially
Yes.
if it's good music,
Yes.
But the thing is, and I don't mind dealing with having to purchase a license if I need to get a song redone. I used to do it with my bands. I know that situation.
Okay.
It's just, but the thing is, like, I think we just have to kind of move around the situation in the sense that, okay, if it's a new song, I understand not doing your cover immediately after because basically you're riding on the coattails of the success of the original song when they're trying to build it up. I get that because, but if it's an older song, like if it's 10 years old, loosen them.
Yes, exactly. I agree
Like
100%.
if it's anywhere 10 or older, be okay, let me know I cannot get paid for this. That's fine.
Right.
But
Right.
don't prohibit me from having this viewed to other people.
Yes.
That's my thing.
You're right. I
Because
agree.
at that point the record label has already done all the promotion that they wanted to for that album. You
True.
know. And what's interesting is, okay, so my music live, I'm replaying a lot of people's older music, but for a lot of the people that are listening, they have never heard it before, so it's brand new to them.
The younger people.
Some of the younger people, yeah, but
Yeah,
also remember, I play also a lot of international music, so people that are not familiar with music of that culture.
definitely.
So they're really, kind of experiencing it for the first time. And so I have like when I send my replays over to YouTube to go through, and they copyright strike like the specific songs. At least they let me like take it out. They'll give me the edit option to actually remove the song and still have the rest of my video viewable for everybody. If
So
I
is that easy to do for you to take out certain sections?
They do it themselves.
Oh,
They'll,
okay.
they'll they'll cut it out for you, but they'll let you know you cannot have this song played due to copyright. And I'm
Okay.
fine. I'm fine with it, But when I see
That's
some of
fair.
these, when I see some of these songs that they make me take out, and I'm like, this song is 20 years old. What the hell?
Exactly.
You're like,
Wow.
let it go.
Yeah, I
Go.
agree totally.
It makes no sense because like the promotion is done. You're not going to be able
Yes,
to like you're not going to be able to
that's
milk
a
that sucker
great
anymore.
point.
If anything, I am giving you promotion.
Yes, that is a very good point. That's so true. You're bringing it back to life. You're
Yeah,
kind of putting it back on the map
yeah, one
20
of the
years
reasons
ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. One of the reasons also when but remember I told you I do two posts before I do my live.
Yes.
One of the posts has a listing of all the artists that are on TikTok who will be featured on my playlist because as I said I do my playlist beforehand.
Okay.
So I tag all the artists so they could so at least they know that their music is getting new life on my
Nice.
channel.
Nice.
If they come through, yay. If they don't, okay. But the thing is, at least they know that, somebody else is replaying their songs for a
Yes.
new audience.
Yes. Well, I have to remind you then, I do have my very first single that is out. And if you would love to add me to that list, I would be happy to give you the information. It's my very first and only song so far until I could afford to record another one. Like you said earlier, it's
Is
not cheap.
is it on the large video platform that we cannot mention here that starts with a Y?
Yes, it's on all platforms.
Okay, then send me the link and send me DM me the link and I'll add it to the list.
Oh, thank you. Let me give you a yay.
So I
Thank you
so
so much.
if anybody is on like on Janet's side currently, I go
Three
into
people.
other well, I go to other artists on TikTok and I also do cross promotion with them. So if I like your music, I will tell you I am going to use your music in my set. This way, they're aware that somebody else on TikTok is promoting them, and I hope if like they're kind enough to promote me as well.
Of course, they should.
Sister,
They
some
don't.
don't.
Oh
You know what?
no.
I will say it the nicest way possible. Some people are just too pretty for their own good.
Wow.
Jesse, you hear
They
me.
should be feel blessed that you're doing that.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. No, you know what? People should, if other people are going to support you, for the love of
pay
God, don't
forward.
exactly be kind. At
Yes.
least say, at least say thank you.
Yes.
Some people that was like they gave me the stank eye. I'm like, wait a second.
What?
I'm helping you promote your stuff,
Of
and you're giving
course.
me the stank eye.
Why
Uh,
would they not appreciate? That's crazy.
I'm going to write. I
See,
am
they're
going
not.
to. I swear to God, I'm going to write a song. You're too pretty for your own good.
That could be the next big hit. You never
Yeah,
know.
there are just some people out there that literally, I've had
Wow.
some people literally be like, yo, like, they're like, whatever, excuse
Wow,
me,
that's
you're not even a
sad.
signed damn artist.
Exactly. To be
I'm,
acting like that, right?
right, and I'm like, look, I'm telling you, like, and what's worse, they don't acknowledge you when you're on their live, especially, like, there's this one, I will not name names, he, like, he's a music producer on here, and he's produced quite a few people. And he has like generally about 20 to 30 people in his chat, which is fine. He's seen me before, acknowledged me before, and all that. But then he goes and nowadays he'll start just talking to the pretty girls, and like anybody else is like, I'm like, dude,
Well, he
if you're
should be
so
talking to you because you're pretty,
I
okay?
appreciate that. But I'm like, dude, if you're so hard up for a date, I don't think you should be waiting, looking through your
On
TikTok
TikTok.
live. You know, I cannot tell you how many people have tried to catfish me. Oh my god! And people like pretending
Wow.
that they're like they're famous artists, like that literally try to slide into my DMs, and I'm like, dude, I know enough about these artists to
Yeah,
know you are not them. So
exactly. You can do your research.
like it's kind of hilarious. I'm like, no, no, man, no, wait,
Unbelievable.
nah.
Wow. That's
it,
crazy.
it is hilarious, but the thing is, you know what? So, as I said, sometimes I feel like telling these guys like you are so used to people kissing your butt. You are too pretty for your own good.
Yeah, that's the problem.
you know.
That's the problem. Yeah, it's sad that they have come to that, where they started out just like us. We all have to begin at the same way, and they just have completely forgotten where they came from and where they began, and that's really sad. There's some celebrities like that, unfortunately, that I've seen on the plane, at work, and they don't even want to talk to you. You have to give them, offer them their entrees and their meals, and they will not talk to you. You have to speak to their assistant or whoever it is, like they're a mute, like they can't speak. Like, we're working, we're employees, we're not gonna bother you for well, some of us do, but generally when we are doing a service, we
Right,
will stick to professionalism and do our service. So we're not going to be like asking you for an autograph. Just speak to us like a human being. I find it
right.
very disrespectful
I
that
agree.
they can speak and the person right next to them has to speak for them. I'm like, this is ridiculous. They've
Girl, some
lost
people
sense
are
of
ratchet.
humanity.
Some people are ratchet.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's
Oh
bad.
God, some people are ratchet. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah, I know.
I've met enough. When they tell you don't meet your heroes. I met my hero once, one of my heroes, and yeah, that is the truth, because he was ratchet.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just going to be like, thank you, and walk away.
Yeah, basically, you know.
Oh my God. But yeah, as I said, like I'm going to make a song one day that says, yeah, you're too pretty for your own good.
For real, seriously, actually do it because it's necessary. It's very necessary.
Like,
I will play it on my show. Okay.
oh my God. Yeah, I used to, when I used to deal cards, when I used to deal poker and and blackjack, for casino parties in New York. There was one charity event I did, and young guys came to my table, and they're dressed to impress and all that. And this one was trying to flirt with me. I said, "Sweetheart, you're you're pretty, but you're not that pretty." I looked at him and he got offended.
Wow.
And he said, "What do you mean by that?" I said, "Look, you're sweet, you're pretty, but honestly, you're not pretty enough for me to want to lose my job. You're
Yeah,
just not."
exactly. Well said.
And literally, he followed me the entire night, like trying to convince me otherwise.
Oh, he was persistent too, huh?
It's like it's like I offended him when I said that. Like, dude, I told you you're attractive, but you're just not attractive for me to want to lose my job over. You're just not. I mean, come on. Let's be honest about it. Yeah, but he literally got so offended. He followed me throughout the venue that night, and tried to got to every one of my tables. It's like, you explain to me why. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Mind you, he was too young for me anyway.
Right.
I was, it's like he was way too young for me anyway. But I like, what the hell? What the hell, man? Just like, come on.
He thought
Life
he was it,
is
huh?
evidently he did, but he wasn't getting my phone number for the at the end of the night. That's for damn sure. Oh my God. Yeah, that was just the weirdest thing. First, I had used that line on several men, while working over my work life, because sometimes you want a nice way to say no. You don't want to
Yeah.
be rude because you're working, but you want to be able to say no where they'll kind of get the hint. So that
Yes.
was my line. You're
I
cute, but
like
you're
it.
not that cute.
I
So,
like it.
so, so it was nice. It was just like a nice little letdown.
Yeah.
This is the first time. It was the first time somebody ever got offended. I was like, dude,
Wow.
why? Oh my God. Okay, now from this chat, I have a new song that I have to check out to
Homework.
potentially put onto my playlist.
Yes,
Um,
girl.
I have to put aside $80,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
and then I gotta record a new song. Janet, you're costing me money here.
Hey, I just had to give you some new things to venture out with, just keep it interesting.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it lots, but goddamn, girl. I was here like testing out, playing my like doing a video game live for the first time and seeing how that works, and what it looks like on that end, and then all of a sudden I get an invite. I'm now spending money.
Who would have thought, right?
Who
That's what
I
you'd be ended up doing.
girl, I love you.
I
I
love
just
you
play.
too.
I just play.
Now, before I forget, I'm not sure. Do I have your number? I'm gonna make sure,
I
just in
think
case, because I want to, just take precautions. If on not August 5th, April 5th, TikTok goes, I don't want to lose contact with you because this is literally how we have reconnected. So,
yeah.
did I give you my number? Do I have yours?
I
Or
think I do have your number actually.
okay,
I'll
text
like
me
because
so I can save it and lock you in.
Okay, because technically I'm using my phone right now to to live with you, so I can't check.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I never got it when we sang karaoke because we would always see each other. So, we'd be like, okay, see you next time. We would just catch up then.
I'm surprised you never got into the competition circuit.
I
Like,
know I should have, again, the confidence. I was not like, I was nervous back in the days.
yes, like I
I wasn't
remember
ready.
I was at least I'm grateful that I actually did what I did. I was able to do what I did and I've won my share of awards. So
Well
you know,
deserved. Well
oh my
deserved.
God, I miss those days, but then I don't miss those days. It's that love hate relationship.
Yes.
You miss the good times, but you're like, there are some things I definitely do
Could do
not miss.
without.
Yeah, like the subway at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Girl.
Nope.
Yeah, and nowadays it's not as safe as it used to be.
Yeah, yeah, that's from what I hear, that's true. But like, you know what? It's just messed up. The world is. I swear to God, it's like we're in an alternate timeline.
Yes.
It just
Yes,
feels
we're seeing
so
things
weird.
we've never seen before. It's insane. Literally insane.
I want, when our parents used to say, the world is so different than what they grew up with. I wonder if we're at that moment in time where we're saying, "Man, the
Yes.
world is so different than what we grew up with." And
Yeah.
it's
We are. We
it
are.
is mind-boggling. It literally blows my mind. I can't even tell you. I mean, first of all, my kids, when they like two of my eldest, they're no longer in school. One's in college, but he's not in high school anymore. My youngest is in high school. But the thing is, they have. Remember when we used to have drills? The most we had to do outside the regular fire drill is like what's like hide under your desk. I don't know if you remember. I remember
I
having to
heard
do that.
about it. It was a little bit like, not, I wouldn't say before my time, but I guess where the school I went to, we didn't have that, radiation threat,
Yeah,
nuke bomb thing.
yeah.
So we didn't have to do that, but I've heard of other people mention
Yeah.
it.
I've had to do that when I was growing up. Now my kids have this thing where they have active shooter drills, and that boggles my freaking mind. And what's
So
worse,
sad.
one of my kids has had at least two instances where they actually had an active shooter drill.
Oh
Like
my
not even a drill, like they had an
God.
active shooter by campus.
Oh, that's
And
so
that scared
scary.
yeah, that was just not kosher. I mean,
No.
but the fact that this we're in a world now that is a reality
Yeah.
makes
It's
no sense to
it
me.
doesn't. It doesn't. It should not be happening.
No, it shouldn't.
Literally.
It
Yeah.
shouldn't. I mean, it really boggles my mind. I mean, the worst I remember it being growing up is maybe a kid bring a razor blade in. That was the worst.
Right. And
But
even that was like a lot, you
yeah, that
know?
was like a lot. And now it's just
Like
like
a
people
full-on firearm. That's like what? How is a kid even getting their hands on something like that?
exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And yeah, it's just it's mind blowing. I don't even get it. I really do not get it. Like, how is it? But like, I went to school in New York, and toward my senior years, when they were putting in like metal detectors. But the thing is, what most of it was like, was it utility knives where they would and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nobody had a switchblade, or something crazy like that. Nobody had a gun.
No.
But
It was
it's just
unheard of.
it absolutely unheard of. And I don't know, like I think New York is still the same way. It's unheard of to hear about somebody bringing a gun over there.
Well, our gun laws are real strict, girl. You need, I looked into it, you need a license, you need a permit, you have to wait on a 1 year waiting list. It's, it's no joke. It's no joke.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately.
then and you can't open carry. It's just to stay keep at home
Hmm.
for protection. Like if you live alone, like a single woman, and you want
Yeah,
to have something in the house, but you can't walk around with it like you can in North Carolina or
Florida too.
Texas. That's not even an option. It's just to keep it at home for safety. And again, you have to wait a year. You have to go through these tests and these permissions and these different things that apply. It's crazy. It's
Girl,
crazy.
girl, there's like a place over here not too far from where I live where people actually get to fire off machine guns. It's called
Machines.
Yes, I
What?
swear to you. The place is called
It's like a
Machine Gun
range?
America. I swear to God, it is like a theme park range kind of
Oh my,
set
a
up
theme park.
for
Are you serious?
for people in Europe that have seen like automatic gun like machine guns or whatever have never fired one and basically
And
gives
they
them the
don't need
opportunity.
to. And they don't need to.
But also I'm in a state where I'm not too far off from a place where they actually let you drive tanks, like literal tanks. So it's
Wow.
like
Oh
it
my
blows my
goodness.
mind. It
Wow.
really blows my
Yeah,
mind.
that's unusual.
It's like, how the heck did I get here? I know how I got here, but like what?
What state allows you to drive tanks?
Well, no, this is within a confine, like a confined area. It's basically they all permitted the whole thing, but it's
In
Florida.
Florida or?
Yes, Florida.
Wow.
So
Wow. That's crazy.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if you ever need to get your practice driving tanks, head out to Florida.
Yo, life is weird. I
It
don't know
is.
how. As I said, I feel like I'm in an alternate universe. Is like
Yes.
alternate
You're
timeline
watching a
where it could
movie,
be.
right? You're living in a movie that you were watching.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, this was fiction about like what is it, 20 years ago? Like, and it's not fiction anymore.
Yes, that's true.
Oh
Well,
my god.
I've seen some episodes in the Twilight Zone and in on Star Trek where the stuff that they were using, like self-driving cars, for example, are now actually existing in Phoenix. They have the self-driving cars. They're like Uber. The company's called Waymo, and they're operating fully as a service where you get into this car, no one's behind the wheel. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's in Phoenix, and
Los Angeles too.
it's in Los Angeles.
I believe it's in either San Diego or Los Angeles. They've been having a lot of problems with that
They should.
because like they were having problems in the sense that users were not able to not just get to the destination that they wanted, but the car was circling parking lots, and you would see a user literally calling the facility, like the company, and say, look, I am stuck in one of your vehicles and it's
Wow.
not letting me off, and it's been circling this parking lot for the
You
last like
see?
20 minutes.
I knew it was something about that is not, you should not be in it. And I didn't even know that has happened. But just the concept of it, it's like, you're not going to pay me $1 million. I wouldn't even get paid $1 million to get in one of those. That is insane for someone to think that's normal and to be okay and comfortable in it. That's crazy.
I have an issue with like those with those type of vehicles. I really do. Like self-driving vehicles. I mean, it's not that you can't have errors from a human driver, but it's like
Nope.
they have not perfected that technology. I'm a
Nope.
software developer. I know that we do things by trial and error, and sometimes we don't see all the possibilities that might happen with what we build. But
Yep.
as they happen, as they break, we fix it. You cannot break it. You cannot fix a human when they're dead.
Exactly. Exactly.
No.
So you have to be the test dummy that they put in the car to see, well, let's see if this works. You know?
Yeah. No,
Not me. Not this test dummy.
nope. This is why this software developer would not get in one of those vehicles
Exactly.
because I know better.
Yes. Yes, smart girl.
Like, no, you cannot pay me.
Yep, that's
No.
exactly. I agree 100%. I don't care how convenient or how magical they make it seem, not me.
Look, I'm an early adopter, meaning, if I see a technology which I think is really cool, I will be one of the first ones to
Me
buy
too.
it.
Like I like things that are fun and like I got the mixer and stuff, but I don't want to do too much. Like I like again on Star Trek where they said they boldly go where no man has gone before. There's things that we should not be doing just because we can do it doesn't mean we should do it. And that's where it becomes dangerous where they're just experimenting and just playing God and going where they're not supposed to be going, and people are going to be pay the consequence for
No,
their
I
their
agree.
little experiments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Because honestly, look, I understand progress. There will always be progress, but there are people that will always break the mold and try to do stuff that goes above and beyond. I know people like trying to develop AI and put AI into robots. Not sure how I feel about that.
That's another danger. That not.
but but the thing is, like, I understand the reasoning. I just don't follow the
It's not. We can live without it. It's not necessary. You
the fact
know.
that machines have been known to kill themselves
Yes.
over that tells you something.
Yes. It sure does.
Yeah, because they're not supposed to care
Right.
about monotony. That's why machines are generally made so they could do the monotonous work that humans don't need to do. But if machines are killing themselves, like pulling the off switch on themselves
Wow.
because of monotony, yeah, there's a problem there.
A big problem. That's you should take heed to the warnings.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
All I have to remind people is that humans are flawed and humans are the ones that make machines. So the machines will be flawed.
As well. That's right. Great point. That is a great point.
Yes. You're gonna make me spend money.
But you're gonna love it. I mean, girl, you can change the key of the songs. That's
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah,
Like
that is nice because I can't tell you how many times I've had to pay to get songs.
exactly. I
Oh
didn't
my.
even think there was a mixer that can do that. I was pleasantly surprised when I found that out. I'm like, this is gonna change everything for me. So, like I said, this is something good information that you definitely can benefit from, and I had to share it with you.
I appreciate it.
And just put a little bit of money aside, maybe if it's $80, like if you want the whole thing with the mic, then that's going to be 100. So maybe you could do $50 one paycheck and then 50 the next paycheck. And, within a month, if you get paid it every 2 weeks, you could treat yourself by the ending of the following month.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to be a good girl.
Or you can since you have kids, you could tell them what you want for your birthday.
Well, technically Mother's Day is closer.
Oh, there you go. You could benefit.
So like ding
You
ding
see?
ding.
Yes, so it's not going to be too much of taxing on you, if you treat yourself to this cuz I think you deserve it.
I appreciate it. So aren't you supposed to be singing right now, girl? Am I taking you away from your
I
set?
was, but I have this cough that I'm trying to fight, and I've been drinking tea, taking my herbal remedies, my vitamins, my supplements, and all of that good stuff. So, I don't want to do too much, but technically, I usually sing on Sundays, Tuesdays, and then I do sometimes I'll do dance on Fridays.
So I'm
So,
technically your vocal break.
huh?
I'm technically your
Yeah,
vocal break.
exactly, exactly. But I'm so grateful that you told me your schedule because now I know when I could find you. You said 4 to 6, right?
Four
Always,
to
you always,
six,
those are
and
your
my
hours.
schedule is in regards to the days that I'm going to go live is always up, pinned to the top of my profile on Sunday, and up until like Saturday when I take it down because like Sundays, as I said, is my no live day.
Right.
But I still post up the schedule for everybody to know what I'm going to be live in the following week.
I like that. That's really, because then you're not like obligated to do certain days. So that's nice. You can kind of switch it around.
Yeah,
That's
but
really
the time
creative.
is still locked at to 6. Just
Yeah.
some of the days I can't do it because doctor's appointments, kids event, or
You're busy,
husband,
yeah.
like life. And
Yes.
I tell my followers, look, I totally expect like I'm fine with you not showing up for my live every so often because you have a life,
True.
and you have families too, and I totally get it, so I'm not going to get offended, and because the thing is, like, just like I have a life, I have to make sure that my family comes first. I get it if you're
Yes.
in the same situation, so don't worry about it. So that's why I tell them, because
That's
I've had
true.
people like, "I'm sorry, I haven't gone to your live or whatever," and like,
Yeah.
dude, it's all good. I get it. I get it. I'm not like these crazy people that get upset if you start spending your gift money, your coins on somebody else.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
and oh yes, I've had that discussion with some people. Like,
Wow.
like we're hosts, and the thing is, we facilitate an atmosphere, and if people want to gift us, I am very appreciative of anybody who is sweet enough to do that for me.
Yes. Same
But they're
here.
not, but the thing is, I'm not obligated to tell them who they should spend their money on. If they want to spend
No.
it with me, I'm grateful. If they want to
Yeah.
spend it to somebody else, then it's on them,
Right.
because it's their money to spend. There are some, because there have been people I that have decided to dedicate their entire income to this platform. And
Wow.
so it is, so like, to them it's like you're taking their rent money away, or their food money, grocery money away. And my whole thing is, why have you put all your eggs in one basket? Like,
I
if
agree.
you're smart, you don't do that.
Right.
I still have a daytime job. I have
Yeah.
to, figure out if I'm able to do other things, and make different income, like alternate forms of income, and still do this. Hey, why not?
Yes, you can. The flexibility is offers that, you know?
Right, but I'm not going to dedicate my entire, gamble on other people when, like, their basis of living is based off of the economy, and if the economy's tanking, guess what? It's gonna trickle down to me. Nobody's
Of
gonna be
course.
spending money on it.
That's right.
So honestly, I I feel bad for those people that have like put their livelihood on this platform, but I don't think it's a smart move.
No,
And I've seen
I
them get
agree.
upset with of their followers. I'm like, look,
It's crazy.
you do whatever you want with your money. I have no say with it, no say of it. If you want to gift me, I appreciate you, and I'm grateful.
Yes.
But it's not, it's, but
It's
I'm
not a
not,
requirement.
it's not a requirement, exactly.
No.
So maybe that's the reason why I don't get paid as much as some creators do. But like, I have watched one battle, where both sides have ranked in the 6 digits.
Wow.
Literally one battle, which is 5 minutes. Literally,
Crazy.
one guy had 398,000 coins on that one battle, and the other side was close, like
And and
by 1,000 points.
and
That's
then it seems as though they're not even like as grateful, or I would say as grateful as they should be, because I guess they're so
come on.
used to getting that much that it's not a big deal. Like I would be passing out on the floor. I'd be like, oh my God, can I give you some of this back? Like it's just unbelievable how they're getting that much, and they're not even like they don't appreciate that they're getting it. I don't understand.
So for those that are not aware of the convergence rate for USD, okay, so without with the removal of like the extras, meaning the cover charge of TikTok and whatever have you, two was like 389. So you're talking about maybe we're getting a third of that. So that's still from that from that 398,000 coins. That person is being get written a check on Wednesday for 209 no, excuse me, $129,000 in USD. Let me clarify for people, the convergence rate generally is either one third or one half, depending on what kind of situations going on in the TikTok universe where they do the convergence. But
Yeah.
that is how much that person was written for 5 minutes, or a 5 minute battle. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. It
So
really is.
and what was insane was they had two universes that hit on that one battle.
Really?
Two.
Wow.
So the
How do you
rest,
get people to do like I just oh my gosh.
one of the people that I knew of, he actually is a friend of mine. He prepared his team for a good week. So whenever he battled, they would actually collect, his teammates would collect bonuses like
The
a boxing
gloves.
glove or whatever have you, so they
Yeah.
could be able to use it during the match. So so that is how they were able to, collect as much as they did.
Okay. So he
It was
prepped
just,
them
he
in
prepped them, but
advance.
he knew for a good week that this battle was going to happen, and they promoted it. So both sides promoted it. So it was literally like fight night for 5 minutes, but literally like where the people walked away with over six figures for a
Oh my
5 minute match.
God.
That's
Wow.
that's bonkers from
Wow. It
in my
is.
opinion.
Yeah,
But
it
but
really
people
is.
but people do make that kind of money. I have a question for
I
you. Are
mean,
you
the
with an agent?
team,
Yeah, are
huh?
you with an agency?
On yes, I am on both Bigo and here.
Which agency are you on TikTok?
They're called Vibrasense.
Okay. How have they been treating you? And
I
how long
mean,
have you been with them?
I've been with them almost a year, I would say, because I started like around April of last year.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, the support I'm getting from Bigo, I'm not getting here, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, because I just started with an agency, and
Which one?
Atomic.
I haven't
So,
heard of them.
Atomic, they're actually they have a huge base in Europe, and where they're called Pearly. They're the Pearly agency, which is it's French. And so they have a big international market. Primarily gamers. I don't know why they accept me they knew that I was a music TikToker,
Because I
but
was going to say, not to interrupt you, but I think one of the mistakes I made was my agency here on TikTok does not work with musicians. Like, I'm the only musician that is it's one of their, people. And if I knew that, I wouldn't have signed with them because now to get out of a agency, I don't know if you know the procedure,
it's
but
a
you
six
have to,
months. Yeah,
yeah, I'm like,
which
now,
is
so what am I
fine.
going to
Which
yeah, but now
fine.
you're not protected. Like if you do something where you get bananaed or whatever, you have
Well,
no
like
one to
violated.
vouch.
So
Yeah,
let me
it's
just tell you how to get out of violations.
okay.
And it's relatively easy. So usually violations are triggered by certain word choices, like for instance, like stuff that you'll hear on a hardcore rap album. Okay,
You
so
know those words ain't coming out of my mouth.
Bingo is another platform, not another agency. Sorry, I just read a comment. Hey Darnell. But basically, what it is you just don't mention that for the period of about 30 minutes, and the violation will go away, and you don't,
Okay,
and it will not reoccur. So that's all you have to do. Just make sure that A, you're not drinking any kind of alcohol while you're doing your live.
don't do that.
B, you're not mentioning or doing any drugs during your
I don't
your
do
live.
that.
So that
Never
is
did that.
right, but those are what will flag a violation, and the more severe is the ones that have to do with children, have to do with it's like with violence and all that. So
Well, let me tell you real quick about an innocent violation of mine. I had, like I said, I sing in Central Park in the summer, and I had a little girl sing on my live, and I didn't know, of course I know now, but I didn't know then, that you can be 18,
flag,
you have to be 18 and over in order to go live on TikTok, and then you
right?
could be 13 and over in order to have an account.
Count.
So
Yep.
I did not know all of these specifics, and I had the little girl sing. I stepped away to adjust the speaker because it was getting feedback.
And
And the
you
next
got
thing you
flagged
know,
for a violation. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm the most innocent. I don't curse, nothing. The most innocent. And the girl was good. Like, she was a great singer for like a 12-year-old. I think she was 10 or 12.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
We're
and
not
I get
allowed
in
to.
trouble?
Yeah. Yeah. We're not allowed to do that because the thing is, we're
But her father begged me. He was like, can
no,
she please sing?
no.
I was like, sure.
Yeah, she can sing, but you cannot show that she's singing. You cannot have her on video. Like
No, I know.
yeah, it's they're very stringent about that, and also it's just you're trying to understand who are they marketing this to. They're marketing it to like 20 something, 30 and up, like in that market range. So in other words, children are not part of that, and they're trying to make sure that you know not unauthorized children and images do not get floated through their platform like it's done in other platforms.
Yeah.
This is why that's why they do it.
Yeah, I think I got confused when I saw like kids dancing on, the posts are kids in the video dancing. So I'm thinking, well, kids are dancing, they could go live. But I didn't know that specifically certain ages can post and can be on the app, but cannot actually live stream.
They have to
So
have the
it's,
parents' permission to even get an account.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
So it's
Yeah.
at that point it's seen as okay, the parents are the ones monitoring the account, and that's what the assumption is. That's why if you're going to have your kids on TikTok, at the age that they're allotted to, they have to have parental consent to do it. But
Yeah.
lives cannot be in no minors cannot be on live at all.
Yeah. I
It
know
is it
now.
is it is an immediate ban.
Yeah. Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" you know?
Yeah, so it usually there's a bot that will actually check for that. So yeah, it's no bueno.
I know. I know. I learned the hard way, but the agency, I had to go to the agency and say, "Look, this has happened. I don't know what happened." And then she asked me a couple of questions. She's like, "Were you on camera the whole time?" and all of that stuff. So then she appealed for me, and it took like I think a week to get me out.
Yeah,
She
because that's one of the bigger infractions.
Mm-hmm.
There's some smaller infractions, like as I said, some like it'll happen on my live every so often because I have rap music playing every so often. So like I'll pick up a comment
Curse
or
words.
like a curse word or comment on a drug or whatever have you, so I'll flag it. But what it does is what people don't understand is the flag just stops you from getting on the FYP.
Okay.
If you have people that are, are unless it's such a big infraction where they shut you down, which is rare. But if it's just like a violation, what they'll do is they just will not promote your feed on their FYP for new people to see it. If
Okay.
people are followers of you, you'll still show up as going live,
Okay.
but it will not be available for new people to discover. And that's what kills a
I
lot of
see.
people because that just stops people from potentially growing their channel.
Right. I see that. Okay.
So that's
No.
that. Yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
real quick, what's up with the numbers? I noticed that the numbers have been low. Not only me, because I'm like, I know I'm not like as popular as others, but I watch other people's live streams and people who normally get, what, 100, 200 viewers in their live are only having 30, sometimes 25, 30 people watching them. And I'm like, okay, it's not only me. Like normally I'll get maybe what 20 and today I have 3. So and but I checked everybody else out too and their numbers are lower like big time like really good singer. I mean, I'm a good singer, but like people who like are like blowing it up and they're all over the place and they're really doing their thing has higher numbers, their numbers are low as well. And I'm like, this is not normal for this person because they're really good in their craft and they usually have more people in their lives. So in general I think TikTok, the views are low. Do you know anything about what's going on with that?
I know for the last 2 weeks, there's been internet disruption on TikTok in the sense that I've experienced it from my users
Wow.
where they've had bad connections on live. Some of them were not even able to stay or log in for a week
Oh my
onto my
god.
live, and they've told me, multiple people told me. So it wasn't just one person or two people, it was several people.
Okay.
So and the thing was, I thought maybe it was my connection, and then I start hearing other people who host live in different countries
Okay.
the same issue. So I'm
Okay.
like, okay, so it's not just me.
I
What
was
I think is
wondering.
what I think is they're doing an update, and what people are getting when with live, people are going to get frustrated if their connections go bad. They're just going to flip to something else. So I think that's what is going on at least as of the last 2 weeks.
Okay. I was wondering. I was like, does it have anything to do with April 5th and that they might be, coming to an
No, no,
end and everything's dying down or
I think what they're doing is they're doing upgrades and they're just doing some changes, in which case it's affecting the feeds.
okay.
Because remember, feed lives were not as popular before the shutdown as they were after.
True. True.
So like
Very
because they
true.
had a lot more strenuous requirements in going live before.
That
So
is very true. They
yeah,
had
they dropped.
have to have a
It used to
higher
be.
amount of followers and stuff like
Yep.
that.
Yep, and they changed. They have since changed that, but
Yeah, they lowered it to like it used to be 1,000, now it's 200, I believe.
no, it used to be 3,000. You had to have a minimum of 3,000,
Whoa,
and even when I
that's
had 1,000, you didn't have the yeah.
crazy.
You know,
Oh, of course, when you with the agency, you kind of jump, you get to skip that
yeah,
thing.
because
So that's
they allow you they help you out through that.
yeah.
So that's the. I mean, as I said, as of the last 2 weeks, I know that I have had multiple members not able to like go into my stream. So as I said, that might be what's going on with some
Okay.
people,
I was
because
curious of what was happening. I'm like
if people are
something's
frustrated, they're not going to stay.
yeah, yeah. I don't blame them.
You know, as being live until yeah. A follower of mine, part of Team Janifer, Darnell. He says on your
Hey,
on your
Darnell.
live. He said, I didn't show you as being live until I went to the live stream portal. So he wasn't
Wow.
even aware that I was live
He
until,
didn't get your notification.
right. He's like, and he's like a rampant live follower, not just myself, but other people. So even he said, it didn't show me as being live until he went to the live stream portal. So he had to go to the live stream portal to
To
even find
see
out that
you.
I was live. You know
Wow.
how you could go into like your inbox or your messages, and they'll show like those icons, those of people who are live. Yeah, it looks like it didn't even show up like that for him.
I see.
So as I said, they have to be doing work, because for there to be so many discrepancies and issues in regards to going live,
At the
they
same
must be doing
time.
something. It only makes
Yeah.
sense. So
Okay. Okay. I'm glad you cleared that up for me because I'm like, what is really happening here? I've never seen this. So that's interesting. You told me a lot today.
yeah, I the thing is like I just connect the dots because when you hear from too many people the same story and they're not even connected to you even by state or even by, like, I can say if it was like my local internet service was down because they were doing like construction or
Work.
whatever have you.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. Then that was just more of a local thing. But this was international. There were people
Yes.
like, "Oh, I'm not able to see the feed. What's going on?" And so
Wow.
enough people kind of commented, and I was like seeing it on other people's TikToks on their lives, and they were reporting the same thing. I'm like,
Okay.
oh,
I see.
this is a big. Then this is a server issue. This is more of a TikTok issue than an internet provider issue. It's not a localized
Exactly.
thing.
Okay.
So
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Because I'm like, why am I wasting my time on TikTok if nobody's watching me, And I'll go on Bigo, and right away, like 60 people minimum are entering, they're coming in, and, it builds up from there. Usually it starts with 60. So I'm like, well, you
now
know,
it's most likely they just got fed up for waiting because TikTok stream was like broken or down, which or it didn't show that you were live, like they did, like my followers, because last week it was really like toward the end of the week it was really slow, and then this week it's been slow also, but I've had people come up and it's like, oh, I was having internet connections and like, or they were just not available. And I totally get it, whether like working overtime, whatever. So, you know, I know some people are like, oh, I missed your live and they'll come through, but it is what it is. We
okay.
just we kind of have to roll with the punches if things aren't working,
Yeah.
because we're subject to it. It's
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Yeah. Go with the flow, right?
exactly.
Cool, cool. Well, my dear, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'm so glad that we were trying to plan something, and that was on the 19th.
Yeah.
And that's when TikTok shut down. We had
Yeah,
already scheduled, like,
yeah,
we
and
didn't even know that.
it's fine. It's fine.
But what I want to do, because I do want to sing with you. Now I know your time. 4 to 6 is definitely. I will like not change my schedule, but I'll like do
You'll
things a
pop
little
in.
earlier, so I can be ready and set up when you're during your live. And I love that you put your schedule up on Sundays. That's a really cool idea. Very efficient. Like, I like stuff like that that helps make things more like organized and easier for people.
Yeah, because I
And
just
that
tell everybody just after 9 p.m. on Sunday, my live, my schedule for live will be up, and
And where is it
basically,
like posted on your page, on your profile
yep,
page?
and it's pinned to the top. So
Okay, you
so no
can't
matter
miss
what,
it.
yeah, you cannot miss it. Just go to one of the top posts. There was only two, and one will be just strictly that schedule for the week. So
Okay,
it's hard to
okay,
miss. I just try to
cool.
make sure everybody knows if you forget, just go there and it'll tell you where to go.
Nice, I like that. And a suggestion I have for you, I'm not sure if you've already done it, but do you have a song list, like a place where people can see what songs you sing best? So if they have a song request, they can choose from that list of songs?
I have, see, the thing is, I've kind of gotten away from singing as much in regards to that. I may bring some of that back because there have been a number of people that have requested me to do a singing set. So I may have to do that. But girl, my catalog is huge. Do you know how much time it's going to cost me to like put that together? Jesus. No, okay,
You got
just
like
for
thousands of songs.
girl. Yeah. Just so people understand, when I was pursuing my music career, I sang all types of music only because I want to expand my expertise. I was
Very smart.
for a long time I was known for R&B, old school R&B. I'm talking about Motown, Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight,
Yeah,
B-sides.
okay.
So eventually that turned into rock because I was able to kind of transition. Then it went to hip hop. Then it went to, it just spanned the collective. That's why my catalog of songs that I sing that I know of well enough to sing well enough to perform on stage is massive.
That's wonderful. That is, I think
Even
that's
ask
even
Janet.
though it's a, like,
I don't even think I've ever like sang one song twice. No, I take that back. There's only been a couple of songs, a handful of songs I've ever sung twice in front of you, and I've seen you in karaoke so many times it's not even
yes,
funny.
yes, that is true. That is so true.
Like,
Wow. I mean, I
yeah,
think that's a good problem to have because you're so versatile and you offer something for everyone, you know, like no matter what they expect, they will hear a song that somebody is familiar with because you know so many and you have such a wide variety of choices. I think that's wonderful. Like I try to do that. I try to sing some stuff from like back in the 50s, you know, even new stuff like Ariana Grande so that, you know, the kids will enjoy it as much as the baby boomers, you know?
yeah,
And and then I try to add to now I try to organize it where like if I learn a new song, I add it to my song list so I can help me keep track of what I do know and you know refer people to it if they say, well, do you do anything by such and such? I'll be like, well, look, here are the songs I sing by, let's say, Mariah Carey. Look at my list and tell me which song on the list. You know, because they'll ask for songs that I have never sung before, and I'm like, I'm not gonna sing something that I don't know, you know, and sound like a fool. I want to sing
oh,
a song that.
Arnell says
I tell
Jennifer
people,
is the gold standard for how to be on TikTok.
oh,
Oh, hey Darnell, you came
evidently
over
one of
here.
my
Hey Darnell.
evidently one of my followers has finally.
Hey Darnell, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming over. And that is very true. She is like she knows
Oh,
the ropes. And I'm learning. I should be writing this stuff down. You know, I should be taking notes because
oh, girl, come on, stop.
she's good. She's good at what she does. She really is.
Oh my God, Darnell, you know you could do that, like do that on my chat if you actually join the Discord server, right? Because it gives you instructions on how to do that on my side.
I
That's,
love Tickfinity for that because you won't miss what people are saying, you know. And then
yep.
if you are if you have a live where a lot of people come in or like crazy trolls, then you can kind of weed out, you know, have it set for certain people, like you said, subscribers or whatever. I don't get that many people coming through, so everybody that speaks is usually my regulars, you know. But I
Yeah.
love that, you know, you have that. They don't have that on Bigo, but I'm hoping that they add some kind of accessibility thing that people can, that don't, you know, need to hear what is being said, can actually hear it played through their earphones or their
Yeah.
speakers. Because it really helps, you know. There's another guy that I follow here on TikTok, and he's older, so he's like, he can't see, you know, and it helps him. He was a big seller for the TikTok shop. So he would need that. So people are asking him questions about the product. It would read off, and that's how I discovered Tickfinity. It would read off his question, and he wouldn't even have to put his glasses on or look at the screen. He knows exactly. I'm like, that is perfect for me because I'm either queuing up the music or adjusting the lighting or pulling up my lyrics, and I'm doing something that where it takes my eyes off the screen. So I love that feature, and
Yeah, it's
it's
really
great.
helpful. It's really helpful, especially, but the thing is this, that's why I have like the prerequisite if it's only available for those that are on my team, like Darnell. He is part of Team Jennifer, or
Go Darnell.
subscribers. Basically, they're the only ones that have that available if they make comments, but they have to do that. As I said, they have to do that special symbol before their comment. This because I know not everybody wants every comment read out loud, but so that's. So it gives them the freedom of choosing. Okay, do you want it read out loud, or do you want to just put it out there?
Well, I have to tell you what I do. This is also a good tip that you might want to, use as well. I turn it off. I disable it before I start singing because I don't want to kind of
Of
have it
course.
throw me off track. So I pre-recorded this.
Attention to everyone in the chat. Tickfinity will be disabled until song completion.
So
Ah,
that way, yeah, I can turn it off and I don't have to be like thrown off or someone says something in the middle of my song or me hitting a note and then it throws me and I'm like completely lost or I look away. So that way I know I can go through the song, no problem, no issues. And the minute I sing my last note, I turn it back on so then they can tell me, what they think or if they want to comment or give me any tips or anything like that. So I like that feature as well. You can enable it and disable it at your the snap of the finger, really easy, really quick. And like again, to your needs, if you don't want them talking like me when you're singing, you can turn it off. Or like for you, if you have a lot of people coming through, you don't want everybody talking, then you can set it for your people. Now let me ask you, how many people do you have on your team?
I currently have 36 in my team, and I have 2 subscribers.
Nice. You
So,
go, girl.
so basically, it's within a reasonable range because if it's gotten bigger than that, then I'd have to like just give that option to my subs, but that's long later, and basically those that have inherited it because of legacy, they'll still have
Okay.
my legacy people will still have the ability. It's just like the new people won't necessarily.
Get that privilege.
Right.
So
But
cool. I'm joining
like
your team, girl. I'm definitely.
I appreciate it. Oh, so yeah, it's just I'm still building it out because literally did this weekend. I was talking to my husband about it because I got my first 2 subscribers on Friday. So I was like, "Oh crap, how am I, like what am I going to do?"
Gotta give
Because
them
I have
extra
to do this.
privileges.
Yeah, exactly. And I already had put in created some emojis, emo stickers of myself in for potential subscribers. So I had already 15 of those already in this in the can. So that was
Good.
available for them instantaneously.
Okay.
Then they oh, subscribers also, at least for me, they have a chance if they want to do if they want to guest in my live, they can. They just have to let me know, and I'll put them on as a guest.
Yes.
And I also got, because I do playlists and I play songs in the set. Subscribers also have the opportunity of building a playlist fully. I have no control over it. They build it and I play it once a month.
So that's like the music you play in the background or the music when you're resting your voice,
Yeah.
they're heard.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically it's played throughout my set. So
Oh.
they get to choose the entire set. I have no say no matter, like
Wow.
the only thing is anything that's going to cause my channel to be flagged for copyright. I have like
Yes.
that's the only caveat because
Okay, of
obviously,
course.
you
Yeah, you
know,
don't want to do that.
yeah. So I'm still building that out.
Okay.
But and basically the features, my team still gets some privileges. That's definite. Well, because all of them get access to my Discord server. That's like, and it's private. And I tell them whenever when you join, you have to tell me what your TikTok name is when you join. This way, I know it is my people. It's not like some rando
Just
that's trying to come in
right.
and just spam everyone.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
just try to make sure that people in the chat are people that are part of my regulars. This way, you know, I'm protective of my people. you know,
That's
it's like
good.
they've invested in me, so I am going
Yes.
to at least do my best to make sure that they are covered.
Yes. That's a very good thing. Yeah, you have to. You have to definitely take care of them as they take care of you, right?
Yeah. Hey, Stacy. How you? It's like She's like, hey, my host. It's like I haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Hey, Stacy.
Like, yeah, it's this is how I see it. Like, if you are investing your time and your money into me, because let's like to be part of the team, you have to spend at least some coin. That's instantaneously how they get part of your team.
Yes.
So if you're investing your time and your money on me, I'm going to try to do the equivalent for you. It's only
Yes.
it's only the basis. I don't really think like it's not asking too much to do that,
No, it's not. What
so
what
go ahead.
what I was saying, what I did for a perk for my subscribers, if they, because there's 3 levels, and I have it like written out here. Try to take
How
my
many
notes.
subscribers do you have?
I had 2. They're gone. They didn't renew, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah. But I have the different tiers. So
Hmm.
there's the budget basic, which is the cheapest, then the
Hmm.
standard, which is a little bit more, and then the deluxe premium, which is the most expensive one. And for like the deluxe premium, I would let my subscriber pick a song for me, like a song request, but it doesn't have to be on my song request menu. It can be a song that I have never heard, or a song, not never heard, but of course I'm familiar with a lot of songs, but a song that I have not sung and I'm not familiar with. So now I have homework because they've invested in me. They're paying the highest price
Right.
of the 3 tiers. I got to sit down and like skip all of the other songs that I had planned to learn and work on this particular song and learn it within, I would say, like, it depends on the difficulty, but if it's really, really hard, like a Whitney Houston or something, I'll tell them, give me 48 hours. But generally, if it's like a basic song, I tell them within 24 hours, I will have it prepared and ready for the next live. So,
Oh,
that way, they're getting something extra special and they're putting me to work because now I'm learning a new song. But I benefit because now I've added a new song out of my comfort zone
Victoria.
or out of my repertoire to my
Hmm.
song list menu. And then I put
Yeah.
it on the list and now the list keeps growing. So that's something that I try to do to like be creative and also give them incentive and, have fun with it and they feel like they're benefiting as well.
No, I understand. I totally get it. And you want to make sure that they're engaged. Like I'm trying to build it where, everybody feels like they are part, because this is how I see my team. We're building this together. Yes, I am the head right now, but the thing is we're building it together. This is a unified effort.
Yes,
Because I cannot do this by myself.
it's not
And I
easy.
like and that's why I'm so appreciative of everybody that participates in not even just coming to my lives to that support my lives and that reposts them, and that literally play a part in the development, because each and every one of them are part of and parcel to my success moving forward.
That
And
is
I
true.
am, and honestly, I'm very cognizant of that,
Yes.
because I know that I still have times where my life gets to be me by myself. I'm fully aware of those times, and you know it's going to happen. People have their lives. I'm not going to get angry over it. But the thing is, it
Still sing
still,
because you never know who might pop in at the last minute.
right, but it still gives me clarity to understand that this is fleeting, and it's not about, ultimately it's about all of us working together to push this forward, and the bigger it gets, I will still feel that way, because I know I would not be able to get to that level without any of them.
Exactly.
Y'all hear me. Darnell, Brianna, Stacy, y'all hear me.
Wait, where are they? Up there? Like you're looking
They're
up?
they're like, because
You
I
have the
see them,
screen?
like they are right there, right? Like I'm looking at them, like y'all hear me. You this like you're part of this, so
I'm like,
so
who's she
know
talking
that.
to?
So yeah, that's because, as I said, I'm fully aware, because there are still days that I still have where I'm by myself in that live chat, and I know it, and I have to, like, I have to push through until either one of my regulars or somebody new comes in, and I still have to vibe out and just enjoy myself, and I have to
Yes,
like at least present the best of myself for potential people to come through, because
definitely.
that is on me. And I what I try to do is provide the a good time for everybody, because life is stressful. Why make it more stressful?
Yes.
I'm here to help people have a good time for maybe 2 hours or
Yes.
however times they have to hang with me. It's a time. This is how I see it. It's a time of grace. Where we don't have to worry about anything except just hanging out, having fun,
Yes. That's
enjoying
what I
yourself,
love.
not have to worry about stress, and just be your damn self, however that
Yeah.
may be.
I love that. That's why I do it all the time. Every week I try to go live, and it's because of that reason. It just brings me peace. I love it. It's like hanging with your friends, even if you
Yeah.
don't see them. You still get to entertain someone, and they love it. And I love that they make me happy because they come. So I think that's such a wonderful thing that we have this privilege. It's back in the days we would just, like you said, well, we knew there was no live streaming when we were going to karaoke, so we had to get out of our house and go and get this type of build this camaraderie. And now we have this privilege of just turning on our phone, just to put on a pants and a shirt and turn on your phone and get that same type of vibe and that
I love that.
feeling.
Put on your pants and your shirt. Like you
Girl,
have
sometimes
like
I be
this
sitting
like
down with just like my underwear, just hanging out.
it's like, yeah, throw on some clothes.
Take off the bonnet, I have the hair bonnet on when I'm just watching TV, and I gotta take the bonnet off.
Hey, King Desi, what's going on? It's like, oh my god! It's honestly, it's like one of those commercials where they're like, you have to live stream yourself in a business meeting, so you're like dressing up your top, but like you're like pumping like sweats in the bottom half. If you're actually wearing pants at all.
Exactly.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but like, yeah, like, yeah, you have to put on a shirt, put on pants. Yeah, otherwise TikTok's gonna flag you for nudity.
Okay.
There was live streaming when we were doing karaoke, but the
Really?
different, but the difference was you had to have connected to a computer or a laptop at the time. You could not do it on mobile.
From your phone. Okay.
Exactly.
That's probably
Like
why I didn't
that.
know.
Yeah, live streaming was around back then. It was the
As an
vehicle.
act convenient.
Exactly.
I
Now it's like
see.
people have it on their phone all the time, and you
Could
know
go anywhere. Take it
exactly.
anywhere.
As I said, like people have taken me in their pocket on their phone while I'm live streaming to the grocery store,
I
on the
love it.
subway.
I love it.
It's just like when
That's the
people tell me that,
best.
I'm like, I
Y'all can
have
take
like,
me everywhere. I don't care.
it's like literally you could put me in your pocket, and there you go.
Yes. Yes.
I get a kick out of it. I really do.
Me too. Like sometimes a streamer, they'll drop their phone and I'll type in the comments, ouch, that hurt.
like, dude, I don't need to see the inside of your pants. That's not what I'm supposed to be. It's like, yo, that's between you and your significant other. I don't want
Exactly.
to be the third party in this.
No, don't want to see it. Don't want to see it.
Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, my God.
We're getting a little too close at that point, right?
Yo. Yo, like, no, man. I don't need to know. I don't need to get that personal with you. Like,
You're my part of my team, but we're not that tight.
for real. Like, I don't need to know if you were circumcised or not. That's none of my business. None of my business at all.
Is Darnell laughing on your side?
9 times out of 10, he is because he knows how he is like he's a freaking fool. He's telling like he's freaking out. He's like, yeah, oh my god. He said, he's like he's laughing at me because I'm a damn fool. Sometimes he gets it.
Oh man.
Dude, you've already sat in conversations where you have heard a whole bunch of us because 60% of my audience are female. Like,
Okay.
so the remaining, well, 60, like 2/3 of my audience is female. A third of them is male. Darnell has been in the sessions where it was primarily female, and he was the only male around, so he has heard worse.
Oh wow.
Dude, you know this. It's true. And the thing is, I'm just sitting there in the middle of it while, like, okay, granted, I'm not that innocent. I'll admit. It's like, but yo, but it's usually girl talk that he happens to be sitting in.
Oh, he's learning a lot, huh?
Oh yes, he is learning a lot. Darnell, like, I'm sorry, dude. I honestly apologize. I don't mean to put you in the middle of it, but sometimes it can't be helped, man. I have actually a mother-daughter team that's also part of my team. So it's kind of funny when you, like, the mom and the daughter start talking about stuff.
Mm,
So it's like, because the daughter's it's like she's an adult, she's a young adult, but
okay.
it's still, it's kind of interesting. It's like, become a family affair.
Yeah, your team becomes your family, definitely.
Well, no, like, they are, like, legitimately, like, mother and daughter. So it's like I have both mother and daughter on my team.
Oh, so both of them on separate accounts.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And so
That's nice.
they have told me that they'll have my lives in two separate rooms, and it's kind of weird that they hear echoes of me.
Oh, that's so cool. Aw,
It's like, yeah,
that's
mom has me, you in the living room, and I have you in my bedroom. It's just like,
that is so cool. I like that.
it's kind of hilarious. It's just like, okay,
They're playing Jennifer in stereo,
pretty much.
right?
I am.
That's pretty cool.
It is. It is to feel like, okay, now the family is supporting me because, like,
Yes.
they both like it,
Yeah,
and okay, that's pretty cool, because, like,
definitely.
yeah, because, like, okay, I'm still grateful if it was just one, but the fact that the mother brought the daughter in, and she was
Yes.
like, yes, I'm staying.
How old is
Like,
the daughter, may I
just
ask?
like 24.
Okay, that's
The
cool.
the mother's closer to our age,
Right.
but yet the daughter is like 24 years old, and so it's just like,
Nice.
oh, hey,
Nice.
you know
Nice.
I take people of all ages, all
Yes.
backgrounds, all
Same
colors.
here.
Y'all welcome.
Yeah, I try to keep current with the song. So, the kids, they're not going to be hearing like Diana Ross and the Supremes every time they watch my show. They can hear some Ariana Grande and
Oh, but I do make
connect.
sets purposely. I make sets purposely like that. There are some
Yeah,
sets that I've,
for the
like,
kids.
a month, like 2 weeks ago, I did on Saturday. I did an all disco set.
Ah, that's nice.
So
That's
sometimes,
a
like,
good idea.
yeah, sometimes I'm in a mood where I'm like, yep, that goes in, and just I get into, like, this rabbit hole of some sort, and I'm like, this is going to be an all disco set. It's going to be
Oh,
fire.
but you mean the songs you play, not the song you sing. Okay, okay.
No, I will sing with them too.
Okay, good. Okay,
Because,
nice.
like, for God's sakes, like, oh, quick, are you asking display name or username? Display name, because that's the only way I could tell, like, who is who.
For the
Darnell's
Discord, right?
just responding about the about Discord. Anyway,
Right, right.
for God's sakes, I won one of my competitions with Thelma Houston. Don't leave me this way.
Oh, I love that song.
So
Oh
it's just
my
like, yeah,
gosh.
there's gonna be,
Baby.
and I'm not gonna
Yes.
not sing. I'm not gonna sing, like, "Upside Down" by Diana Ross. You're gonna hear me sing that.
Yes.
There are songs.
Okay.
There are
That-
songs I cannot get away from, and not be like, try to sing it. When they say, try not to sing these songs. No,
You
no.
can't help yourself.
It's like, I'll start. I'll, like, quietly, and then, like, yeah.
Yeah, I know how that is.
Oh my
Definitely.
god.
That's cool. Well, I'm
Yeah, that's what.
definitely
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I'm looking forward to checking you out, full in action. So I'm gonna join your team. I'm gonna look forward to that, see what privileges we're gonna get as a team member. And how many days a week do you do live?
Anywhere between 4 to 5. This week is 4, but normally
Okay,
it's 5.
that's good.
It's just that this week is a little
5 is a
diff.
lot for a person with kids.
Well, five. Well, yeah, five. I do, and I do 2 hour sessions, so I do approximately like 10 hours a week. Uh,
Okay.
and and the thing is, I don't count my evening lives like this, where this was impromptu. I was just trying out like
Yeah, because like I was saying, it's late for you. Yeah.
yeah. This is normally I'm still building my set right now at this point.
Okay.
And
And
so, go ahead.
and I was gonna say that way you meet your goal of the 30 hours for the month, right? When you do the
Well,
10 hours.
each agency is different. So
Oh, okay.
my agency doesn't require that much. My agency only requires 15 hours a month.
Okay, okay.
So I clear that bar well in
Easy.
advance, easy.
Yeah, good.
So for me, it's like, as I said, I do at least anywhere between 8 to 10 hours a week.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't take as many battles as I should, but the thing is they don't push battles for me
I
to
don't
either.
battle at all because it's just not in me. I'm here for the talent. I'm here to showcase my talent. I don't want to be like, use the gloves, send me a heart. Like, I feel as though that's just taking away from my craft. I
Uh-huh.
rather focus on, I mean, if I have to battle, I would rather battle with another singer so then they can do a song and I can do a song. But I don't
Oh,
want to
there
stand
are
here
those
and be
kind of
like,
battles though.
yeah, that I would do. So I guess that's the only type of battle I do. But I'm not gonna be like, okay, guys, come on, I just need 100 more, and we're gonna win, and we're gonna. No, I can't make them give me gifts, and I don't want to. I want them to make me gifts. I want them to give me gifts because they heard a song that brought back memories of when they were in their childhood or something like that, and they gave it because they wanted to, not because I asked them or requested. So I'm not for the battles at all, but like
The
the
only reason
song
I
for song thing.
the only reason I do battles occasionally is because you can get actual bonuses in regards to promotion of your live. TikTok also likes like live battles because that's what they're trying to push. So sometimes it will land on somebody's FYP more often. That's why you see so many battles happening.
A
That's
lot,
why I
yeah.
don't that's why I don't mind doing them, but on occasion. I'm also because I've had some weird ones where like they like this one guy tried to pick a fight with me and I just put him on mute. Like
Wow.
because they wanted to generate like that thing. I was like, yo, I'm doing a music live. You came to my live blindly and to battle. I'm just gonna play my music and keep on
Good.
going.
Good.
You
Yeah,
know,
you don't want to get pulled into that negative, type of activity because I've seen problems where people are arguing and or they're not speaking. I saw one girl was crying because of a battle. I'm like, this is toxic. Like you shouldn't be here doing what you love. And she's a singer and she was crying. I'm like, what
funny
happened?
enough, I had just received a request by somebody by the name of Black Lover, who wanted. I swear to you, I was about to try to screenshot it, and then it was like, like,
Girl, the name alone sounds sketchy.
like, yeah, no, 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 and all of a sudden you go live and you see something you shouldn't see. It's like,
Oh,
dude, I'm surprised you're not banned.
right?
No, but seriously, like you could actually set up, and some agencies will do it where you could actually kind of speak to the people within your agency and set up like times where you will do a live battle so the other person. But also people like music people will do music battles where the winner or the loser, depending on what you agree upon within your live, will do a song.
Right. Or they'll play the quiet game. That's been interesting where the winner will sing or rap and
Right.
the loser can't say anything. So that's I like that. That's interesting.
Well, technically you could do that anyway because you could put them on mute.
True, true.
It really doesn't matter. It's like, okay, I'm gonna put you on mute anyways. Like, yeah. But yeah, there are different. So you could actually choose like the people that you battle. Like
Okay.
I have a guy on live who I call him my sensei. He is the guy who taught me a lot about live when I was coming up, and I still call him my sensei because now he talks to me about gear, so
Good,
like
good.
audio gear because he records himself. He does a lot of
Yeah.
recordings, so but on occasion I'll help him on his live and with his battles, and or I will start a live with him.
Okay.
So basically that will battle, and some of his teammates come to my side and have helped me out,
Oh,
and
nice.
because I'm actually a member of his team, so some of his members have come
Oh,
onto my team as
I
well.
like that.
And what
Yeah.
you know, especially if you're regular with them, you know, and they get to know you, they'll like I some of his regulars have become my regulars because
Okay.
and they don't have to be, but they choose to, which is nice. It's like
Yeah.
I really
That's
appreciate that.
very cool. Yeah.
And you know, you kind of build your connections there. That's why, you know, some of the profit I make, I reinvest into like my the other creators because
I've done
you
that
know,
too.
yeah, because this way, you know, I as a way of saying thank you. So it's just like a back and forth, you know. Because honestly, you know, people wouldn't be on my team if not for them, you know.
That's right.
So that's why I'm like, you know, I have no problem doing a reinvestment because it's just like it's paying it forward and paying it back.
Exactly.
You know.
That's cool. So how can I find out what battles give you bonuses? Like I don't want to just mindlessly battle,
No, oh,
but
they all give you bonuses. It's just collective as of points, basically on how many wins you get. That's why they have different tiers. Once you've won a certain amount within a certain period of time, you go to the next tier up and up and up. So
but you have to keep
that's
doing it.
right, but that's why I do it sometimes. I don't do it all the time. But the thing is, ultimately, when you do it, those bonuses give you benefits in regards to in regards to promoting your TikTok live. So that's why it's not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, Chrissy, how are you doing? So it's not necessarily a bad thing when you're battling. You just have to, you know, you pick and choose your battles. In other words, if you think somebody's going to be relatively safe, or at least it's somebody that you know that you're like, okay, this is one of my buddies. Like there are some of my teammates that do live. I would actually, and I've done this before. We have had battles, and both of us benefit. So it like you just find like even within your team who also does live, and then you know, okay, why don't we set up a battle this way? You
Okay.
mutually benefit.
Yeah, I would feel more comfortable that way.
You know, I mean, if you don't want to do battles at all, you that's perfectly fine too. There's nothing that says you have to. So it's completely up to you how you want to do this. Like on occasion, you'll see if you go to Live Studio, it'll tell you all the specialties that are happening, the special events that you get like bonus points in regards to your ultimate payout if you like do multiple like multi-team lives or whatever have you. You know, they'll list them down, and basically if you take advantage of it, it'll help you like either gain more coin or gain more promotional points.
So I go into creator.
Yeah, the create live, and basically there's it, on the phone because it doesn't seem to show up in mobile. It'll show you all the events that TikTok Live is currently having, at least for live creators, and you'll be
Okay.
able to see like what you would need to do if like some are gamer specific, so you don't worry about those, but those then they're the ones that are open for general live streamers, and then you look into that.
Okay. I'll
Darnell
check
said
it out.
just try not to battle the cornballs.
What did Darnell? What did he
Darnell
say?
said, "Try not to battle the cornballs."
Okay, Darnell.
Now Darnell now knows how to, as part of the team, he
He
now
just
knows
figured
how
it
to.
out.
Yep, he figured it out. He
So
because
he had to go through. He had to go into Discord to get the instruction on how
yep,
to.
Yeah, because
Okay,
I don't have that readily available
for
for
anybody.
anybody. It's
Okay.
only for Team Jennifer members, and if you are in Team Jennifer and then you've joined the Discord, it gives you all the instructions. Plus, it
Okay.
gives you links to all my old websites and pages and performance pages, stuff that I
Okay.
don't publicly show anymore
Okay.
because that was a different time period.
Yeah.
As I
Okay,
said,
so I have to
yeah.
join your Discord because I Discord to me is a bit confusing, but I know everyone uses it. I have one too. I don't know how to. It's set up, but I don't have.
I'm learning
It's
too.
crazy.
Girl,
It's
I am learning too. I'm still figuring it out because
you
like
can get lost so easily on Discord if you click on the wrong thing. It's
yep.
so I'll join your Discord as well as your team, so
Darnell
that way.
says yes, it's a special add-on to your comment.
So
Okay.
Darnell said a special add on to your comment. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's great that you have it controlled, you know. Like I said, I don't do that because I don't have that many people in here. And I do have admins, so if someone is being rude, I have the admins mute them. I tell them first mute them, give them a little warning. If they're still acting up, then block them and remove them from the room. So, you know, I have like my consistent regulars that will come in. I make them admins, so I know they're always there, and they can help me, you know, weed out the bad people or the bad
I
weeds.
only have I currently have one admin. Thankfully, everybody's been really. Most people have been very kind and very nice that have come to my live and stayed. For
Yeah,
those that haven't, I first infraction is enough for me because that just tells me you show me who you are
true.
from that initial like meet, which
Yeah,
case block. And I've done that to a number of people because first of all,
no chances, huh?
the people that come to me, if they're kind, I want them to have a good experience. I don't want them to feel like they're going to be spammers also immediate block.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
for
don't even
sure.
like I see them, I see the first comment and I know that's spam block. Because as I
They're
said,
just
if
gonna
you're
keep cutting and pasting the same thing. Okay,
yeah.
I
So
agree. Totally.
I don't even give them after the first one it's like done. Like the only time if ever I don't think it'll ever be an instance where this will be the case, but if it ever does, where I have to have my moderator step in and talk to at least a team member, but I don't think that'll ever happen because you
Because
know
they love you. That's why they joined your team.
right and honestly, I have had no problems with any of the people that have joined my team, and I'm very happy about that. So,
Yes. Amen.
oh my God, like I swear to God, I've been given grace on that part, and thankfully so because I like I don't think I could tolerate I tell my people, especially during my evening lives, and Darnell can attest to this. I do not tolerate bullshit. I have
Okay.
no level of toleration for bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, no.
You have to be like that, yeah, because people will take advantage of you and they'll come in and disrupt your lives. So you don't want to even let it get to that point. So that's very good that you don't play. You don't play around with that.
Honestly, it's exhausting, Like my life is complicated enough, and not to add liars and bullshitters into it.
Yes. That you don't even know that's hiding behind a computer. Yeah.
So that's how I see it. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to make my life stress free, and my as well as my followers, and those that are part of my team have agreed that I try to do that for them, and and those that want to do that in the future, all you have to do is just follow, share, like,
Yes. That's all
and
you
later
ask.
be part of Team Jennifer.
Yes.
That's I just try to make life as easy as possible
That sounds
within
good.
my power, of course.
Yes.
Yeah,
That sounds like a
if you're
good
talking
plan.
about me making you a ham and cheese sandwich while I'm in Florida and you're in California, I'm sorry, that's going to be a problem.
You can mail it to them.
Yeah, but you know that that piece of bread is going to get moldy as all, and based off of how the postal service has been these days,
They might not get it.
For real.
Oh man.
Like, yo, no. Oh, good. So I'm going to have to look up that mixer that you told me about.
Yeah, I'm excited because, like I said, as long as I can find a way to have it good, firmly attached to my mic stand,
Yeah.
it's gonna be with me on my shows on the go. You know, it's
Well,
light.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that it's light and it's, it has so many features. It has like the upgrade, like the next level features that my Rodecaster Duo has. And I don't know if you're familiar with that, but the Rodecaster Duo is like professional. That only stays here. I can show it to you real quick. Wait, let me find the right position. So I invested in this
Okay. How much did that cost
because,
you?
girl, you ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this.
Well, no, because I know mixers are expensive as all heck. MIDI
Yeah,
controllers, no joke.
yeah, yeah. But I wanted to like have a little music studio here at home. So
Uh
I
huh.
wanted to have tools that I can use to like make my stuff professional and have
Yeah.
like access to special recordings and stuff like that. So I said this is something that as a part of my music journey that I would invest and make me, a better performer, a better singer, a better musician. So this is something that, I saved up for, but I made sure that I knew, I wanted this and I'm going to make it utilize it to my best ability so
Yeah.
that way I can benefit from, the money that I spent on it. It's going to it's going to like produce the high quality level that I need to as a musician.
Right. No, I totally understand.
Sorry, I can't
Also
get it.
looks kind of cute. Just saying.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My dear, it is after midnight, and I have a 12 midnight curfew that I
Oh, you're gonna turn into a pumpkin.
yep, I have an early morning, so I am so glad that I actually accepted the live invitation, and
I am too. Yeah, it was so nice to catch up with you, and I learned some stuff.
yep.
With your whole process and your organization skills and all of that stuff. I really like what you're doing, and I'm glad that I hope I offered some great ideas and tips and tricks as well.
Yep, and
And
that means I also have to spend money on a mixer.
yes, girl, I'm telling you, you're gonna be up there. You're gonna be leveling up. Things are gonna be so much easier and flow so much better. You'll
Darnell
see what
says
I
good
mean.
night, Jennifer. Good night, Shawnee.
Oh, good night,
Good night,
Darnell. You're so
Darnell.
sweet.
Darnell's
Nice
gonna
meeting
have
you,
a fun
Darnell.
time with
Yeah, just so he's
Darnell. What
now
did I
like
do?
playing
Did I
around. He's
just
gonna be
pull a
playing around
monster?
with it. You created it. He's gonna have a whole lot to say.
Yep, I believe so.
So, so I will look. So I'll see you. Oh, I have to make sure I message you my phone number to make sure
Yeah.
we don't lose contact again. And I'm gonna tune in. Try to come on earlier so we can sing together. And I'll check out your schedule. I'll join your team and the Discord. And yeah, get that going.
Because
And
if another reason why I wanted to create the Discord is if this thing goes away,
back up. You need a
yeah,
plan.
basically all my team members are on Discord. I'm going to tell them where I'm
Lose them.
streaming next, and
Exactly.
and
That's
at least I
very
have my
important.
audience with me, and will like I'll tell them which platform I'm going to be at, and
That's
this way
very
we all
important.
move
Because,
over.
yeah, we don't own these apps, so
Nope.
we don't want to lose all the progress that we've made. We have to have a plan B, have to have our backup plan, or just like that secure source where they know they can go wherever we go. Very
Exactly.
important. Yep.
Exactly. Like if they've invested time and money in me, I'm going to let them know where I'm at.
Yes. Easily. They don't have to be searching. They know you. They just come along. That's it. Just come along.
Exactly. So
Yes.
anyway, let me let you go. You have a fun rest of your evening. If
Much
you
love.
much love. If you keep on singing, go like tonight, go for it, have fun.
Thank
It's
you,
like
my dear.
just make sure the cops don't knock on the door because it's
I
already after
know.
midnight.
I know. Exactly.
That's why my evening lives are so quiet because I don't need the cops knocking on my door.
Right.
All right. I will see you soon. And everybody that joined our lives, thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for
Thank you,
hanging with
guys.
us. So my friend here, she goes by Electric. Was it Electric Jiggle? Like, what's the
Almost
house?
got it.
Electric Jiggy?
Yes, there you go.
Like I've always known
The
her
one
as
and only.
Janet. I've known her forever. And if you're new, if you're on Janet's side, my name is Jennifer.
Yes.
I'm listed as Janifer the Great on TikTok. Please feel free to come on to and check out my lives if you just want to jam and hang
Please
out.
do, guys. Go check her out.
Yeah, and if you want to hear
My
Janet sing
girl.
and have fun and with her karaoke, please, feel free to check Janet out. And I will be signing off. So y'all have a
Good to
good
see you,
night.
my dear. Take care.
Take it easy. Bye.
Much love. Bye.